here?
Because I had a little thingy.
Like a stencil
thing.
Yeah.
Run on.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
No, I don't.
14.
Ooh,
6.
you definitely don't.
20. You both owe me cokes.
6. Alright.
I was going to say
Everyone knows
20 if
Stephen
it
a
hit.
Coke.
Wait, I was going to say 20 whether it landed on 20 or not, and he said 20 anyway, so.
That's alright, he's wasted his first 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's that first crit.
Everyone owes Stephen some Coke.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Do we want to
A
get
cola.
started? Let's get started.
I said I needed me a pick-me-up, but
But Jiminy Christmas.
don't need to pick me that up much.
Words are hard sometimes.
Pick me that much up.
He was absolutely hammered because he was always absolutely hammered. And when we came up and said, Mr. Turtle, you are drunk. And he said, yes, madam, I am drunk. But in the morning, I will be sober and you will still be ugly. His entire World War II campaign. We will fight them on your mum.
And on that note, we will jump into some actual D&D. Hello there, guys. I'm Nergy. I'll be your DM, your guide through this mystical forest and this upcoming encounter. If you haven't been here before, this is all homebrewed, and we are playing live, so they're just across the table from me, which is great. Now, you just broke the fourth wall.
What fourth wall? Only 3 left.
Good.
It's true, that's high.
Lucky. It is. It's upsetting. But we will push on. The players will introduce themselves and their character without even looking at their character sheet, because that's how good they are. Starting over here.
But
Let's
it
go.
was too late. I'm Kyle, and I'm playing Brother Kincaid, our cleric.
The sad bit is, it was his name that was on the sheet, not his character.
Yeah, and I'm playing Brother Kincaid,
what's my
but
name
who
again?
am I?
I'm Isaac, playing Rikki Rocksplitter, the Bard.
I'm Brother Kincaid, I'm playing Fuck. I'm Steven, I'm playing through it. Silverbeard, the half-orc paladin.
I'm Keegan, I'm playing Barrisfark, the rogue.
Excellent. And I'll be playing everything else. So let's get into it. Now, what happened last time? Would anyone like to do a quick old power recap, or would you like me to do it?
Last time,
Dungeons and Nergling.
Z.
I can do a power recap.
Yeah.
We were snoozing.
Go.
You.
We were snoozing.
No. We woke up?
We woke
Yeah.
up
We woke up.
to weird noises.
Dark Fox fighting Displace the Beast.
Yeah.
Turns out that was chill and normal. Though.
And normal, yeah.
But Faolan floating above the effigy was a bit whack.
Yeah.
Faolan, the water of the Quoiya tribe.
Yeah.
Said he had a vision, a vibrant shadow, a mist overtaking the forest. The mist was alive, sentient. It was choking life out of the forest. Kincaid thought he recalled
Said
a
the
mention
forest.
of living mist tied to Fae, but that was kind of all we could get.
Read in some musty tome.
Yeah, the Quoiya kind of want us to go see the Seers, which we were already sort of wanting to see for Theoden anyway. And Faolan is going to be our guide to help us make sense of his vision. We went to go for the trial of ownership or an honour dispute at the Faolan tribe for the chest that they stole from us way back when. We did the trial of ownership, Theoden and Kincaid versus Sakib and Marl.
2-on-2 deathmatch.
Yeah, 2-on-2.
Hashtag got wrecked.
Yeah, Sakib got killed because she had that magic ring that Lieutenant Grindis also had, which kind of links the two storylines together a bit for us.
Ring of unlifing.
Yeah, and Kamarak, the Felwyn tribe leader, was unaware of any of the deception going on, so we kind of didn't let the rest of the clan have it.
Pinch of set.
What was the lady's name again?
Of
The figure came forth once we
Varna.
tried to leave. Varna, yes. And she gave us info that Sakib went in the direction of Finny the mushroom farmer with the chest just last night.
I changed the name to Finnick because you said Finnick, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like that name better.
Is that not what it was
Wasn't
the
it
whole time?
Finny?
Finny originally.
I kept saying, I said Finny, and then he wrote Phoenix, so I was like, maybe it was Finnick.
Either one.
I had
Okay.
Finnick wrong and it never left back.
It never
left.
So-
Let's keep it that way.
Finnick.
like
And then, yeah, so we paid Finnick a visit, and he's a little turd burger. And then Thuridin tripped on a pile of rubbish and a shambling mound came out.
Thuridin ended the episode with a natural 1 and flattened a few mushrooms.
Dancing on the raindrops. Successful.
Well, he danced.
All I had to do was walk over it, pick up a chest, and we were good.
So,
Your home.
I tripped and fell on my own shears.
to give you not you guys, but the rest, to give you an idea of where the party is currently, in amongst the trees there is a foul-fetid sort of rubbish patch almost. All sorts of things congealing in a pile. Vines and leaves and mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms! And the little goblin fellow tends this sort of mushroom grove. And when our boy Thuridin had a little stumble and smushed some mushrooms, the entire floor of this big mound sort of started writhing and congealing almost into a sentient mass of vines and mushrooms and stuff. Rubbish. Probably that diamond he threw in there, the chest, all manner of things unknown to the party, formed into a large shambling mound. Now, I want you to use your brain pictures. You're in a mushroom grove. It is densely covered in all sorts and shapes, sizes, colours. Just a carpet of mushrooms. Some, quite large. Some tiny little petite mushrooms. And I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
Raggy.
19.
16.
19 as well.
2.
At least it's not a
You'd probably have a higher dex than me, I imagine.
It's +3. I'm 16, I think.
I'm a 10, so
Yeah.
you can go ahead of me.
Okay, so I'll try the Mercer style, 25 to 20 as a total.
What?
Did anyone have a total of 25 to 20?
So he says a range of numbers, and you just say yes if
Oh,
you're
right.
in that.
Okay, 20 to 15.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, spit them.
So Keegs, me, then,
19 and 19, but I've got higher decks.
Okay.
and then Stephen with a
16.
Yeah.
Old Thuridin.
Hold on, I'm trying to
Brother third.
names.
Brother.
So Varus
brother.
goes before Rikki.
Hey, brother.
Okay, on a 19.
Then third and on 16.
So yeah, Varus 16. Yep. What'd you land on?
3 minus 1.
Woo!
Good old
What's
total.
your flat dex?
8.
Nice.
The good big old 8.
You gotta have an 8 somewhere.
Roll a d20.
Oh, I've got several.
roll a d20.
10.
Just a flat number
Yeah.
on the dice.
I don't know if I'm adding or
I
taking
also
anything.
rolled a 10. Roll again.
Again.
This is a dexterity contest since you have the same
wait, is it
dexterity, as
dexterity?
something.
So then 8. 9 minus 1.
You lose.
You.
Unlucky.
Gade.
Or good.
Brother.
Gade.
Too much
Yeah.
vodka.
I love it.
Okay. At the top of initiative order.
Right.
I also rolled a 2 for my bird, Hermes.
Okay.
Oh.
What's its dexterity? He can go
I've
last.
got his stats somewhere.
Yeah,
He can go
here.
last.
+7.
I wrote him down at some point.
He's a very fast owl.
I'm
Very
pretty Al
dexterous.
will have at least a
They
plus
usually
2.
are.
Probably a plus 3.
Al is
So-
13 dex.
Al will
Oh,
be
Plus 1.
before
one, really?
Kincaid.
Yeah.
Brother.
That's what it has. Strength 3, Dex 13, Con 8, Int 2, Wisdom 12, Charisma 7. Proficiency in Stealth and Perception.
More wise
Maybe
than
you
me.
should keep your stats like at the front of your book, just as like a quick.
Well, yeah, no, like it's all.
Or have you got stuff at the
it's
front?
Like the start of the is all like my racials that I can't find anywhere anymore. Like my because I get
Yeah, Hellish
Dancing
Rebuke.
Lights, Fairy Fire, Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
So the small
But yeah.
goblin creature shrieks out, "No!" as you smush these mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing this happen, he backs up and sort of hides behind the tree here. And that will be his turn.
Is Finny meant to be the...
No, he's
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, he's over there.
Actually behind a tree.
just in character.
I actually
Well
can't see
played.
him.
Who's the archer? Or just...
We don't know they're there.
What do you mean?
What?
Is that Ronan?
Money.
Yes, he was still following us.
Yeah.
Okay, Varys.
David Ronenberg.
Right
You
on.
are up next, Mr. Man. So, you've seen this enormous mound of writhing mushrooms and vines and leaves and mold get up and just roar. What are you going to do?
First, for my action, I'll summon Hermes.
We have your owl.
Yeah.
I forgot the noise.
And then for my bonus action, can I reach into my bag and grab an oil flask out?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'll do that, and then
Should
if I can put that in his claw,
you can get stuff out as like a free action, don't forget.
I have no idea. Can I?
In a satchel, I'd say it's a bonus.
No, whatever. Yeah.
To specifically, like, root around in your
Yeah, well,
pack
yeah,
and
I don't
find
have it in my
your little
Bandolier.
bandolier.
bandolier thing. Yeah, that's all like.
Yep. If it was in
Caltrops
there,
and shit.
I'd no issues.
Yeah. But yeah, do that. Give that to him.
Give it to the
Yeah,
owl.
and he'll take it from me so I can move.
Yep.
And then, I'll just move around there, that side of the tree.
And
Like
oil.
around here, or
Yeah, no, just there's fine. There's
that's
fine.
fine.
Yep. And yeah, that's me. I'm good.
Cool beans. Rikki, you're up.
Alrighty. So I am looking to cast a spell.
Was it
With-
dispel or a spell?
A spell.
Okay. Yep.
It's a 20-foot cube, but I want it to be at the front of it,
Yep.
like so
To
that
exclude.
to exclude him.
Yep.
And it needs to make a dexterity saving throw, 13 DC.
What are you using, by the way?
It's fairy fire. So basically,
Cool.
I just do like one big thing on my drum, and it like sends out this like violet wave, like sound wave, and then every item
Yep.
in the 20-foot thing is outlined in a violet light and gives off dim light. And then also, if he fails, he did.
Which he has.
Okay, so he's also outlined.
We all get
In it?
advantage.
Yeah, so for as long as I'm concentrating for up to 1 minute, he is outlined in a violet light, gives off 10-foot dim light, can't be invisible, and if you see it, you get advantage on attack rolls against it.
Okay. I'm going to put that on you. Concentration.
Yep.
And I'll put something near him.
Yeah, here we go. So here are examples of the sorts of things you can do as your like kind of free interaction. Draw or sheath a sword, open or close a door, withdraw a potion from your backpack, pick up a dropped axe, take a bauble from a table, remove a ring from your finger, put some food in your mouth, plant a banner in the ground, fish a few coins from your belt pouch, drink all the ale in a flagon, throw a lever or a switch, pull a torch from a sconce, take a book from a shelf that you can reach, extinguish a small flame, don a mask, pull the hood of your cloak up and over your head, put your ear to a door, kick a small stone, turn a key in a lock, tap the floor with a 10-foot pole, or hand an item to another character.
No fat, high calcium, high protein soy. Light skim,
And then have you got a bonus you'd like to use?
My free interaction still would have been handing it to him, sort of thing, and I still need to use the bonus to get it out, sort of thing. But yeah, like it
We know now.
changes very little basically on what I would have done.
But I suppose, yeah, at
But
least
isn't
now.
it just on his turn? He's like,
Well, yeah, on his, like it's in his claws now. Like he's got
summoned
it.
him.
I don't need
Here you go.
to stand there and wait for his turn to come around for him to take it off me.
So I assume he's flapping.
Yeah, he's just hovering where he's at.
Okie dokie. Sorry,
So-
yes. So he's
so he's
now
very
illuminated. I'll just put
Glowing in
I'll
violet
put any
light.
old thing on him.
And outlined, yeah.
Glowing in violet light. Now, from within his chest cavity, or not cavity, space, you can see the dim outline of a few things.
Yeah. Yeah, also, like, every object within that 20-foot cube.
Everything. Oh, here's an absolute mess of
Yeah,
light.
and also all the stuff around him, I'm imagining as well. But it's like, one, it gives off dim light, but yeah, I'm kind of getting it for the creature.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool.
And then I might even move up like 15 feet diagonally, kind of come up behind Thurden a little bit, but still Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah. Cool. That's me done.
Cool beans. Thuradonga.
I'm just gonna try and give him a big old smackaroonie.
Okay.
You get advantage.
Because he's
Does
very
he blow?
fired.
I rolled 9 twice.
Oh.
Plus
9.
7. So 16.
+7. Wowsy.
Yeah, my attack bonus is 7.
Crazy
I like
strong
it.
man.
+5, +2.
Yeah.
A16 will hit.
Cool.
Right on, right on.
Here's my 10. There it is.
So it's kind of hard not to hit it for you because it's up
right
in
up.
your grill.
And it's glowing.
It's big.
right there.
They're like, what, 20 feet
tall.
Oh wow.
Just like this
It's a
massive,
very
Yeah.
big boy.
Beefy boy.
a big.
I'm going to
leafy
try
thing.
hit somewhere that doesn't look like is an item and just more of the monster than anything.
Remembering you can't destroy magic items, basically.
12.
12 damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 12.
Take that.
Alrighty. And it just like it connects, and you see some of the vines and crap just like slough off the thing. But you can't tell if that hurt it or not.
I just grab a bit of mushroom off my warhammer and ate it.
Beautiful. Next up is the mound.
Uh-oh.
Now the mound is just going to. It's going to try and whack you with its huge, big amalgamation of stuff. Mushrooms on the end. Hey.
Nothing.
Hey. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh.
Yes.
Just. Let's see how big he hits.
That is 14.
Holy mackerel, mister.
Ooh.
And the second attack
Oh, no.
It's not over yet.
is a 16.
Okay, so my relentless is going to have to kick in. Because...
16 to hit is the second.
Oh, sorry. I thought you...
16
okay.
AC.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know your AC.
No, do you say it was
It should
21?
be. Isn't it on the? It was a 21 to hit on the
I think
first
this
hit,
is old.
and then it was 12 damage.
Yeah. And
My
then
AC is still 16.
Okay, so
hits.
16 is a hit.
16 to hit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So now the second
Wasn't
bout
it
of
2
damage.
attacks?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
so that was the second
second
win.
hit
Now
attack.
the second bout of damage has come through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 21 to hit, 12 damage.
Okay.
No, 14? Yeah, 14 damage. And now 16 to hit, second lot of damage.
Okay,
Is-
yeah.
18.
Yeah, so I... Relentless kicks in, so I'm at 1 HP now.
Okay, so I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Yikes.
We'll
17.
Our front line just
That is a success.
went down.
So standing in front of it, there's nothing you can do. There's no way you can get out of the way of this huge meaty paw, and it just bats you from both sides.
It knocks me back to where Kincaid is.
Ooh.
far away from its horrible bludgeoning limbs.
If anything, as it smacked you, it attempted to pull you into it,
Oh.
and you
Become one with it.
managed to resist being pulled forward.
Oh. Like wrapping its rubbish around you.
Yeah.
That is the end of its turn.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
Yeah, yikes.
Hopefully, it's
So how
not
does
very
you-
mobile.
How does your thing trigger?
When I go down to 0 HP, I can put it up to 1. It's once every long rest.
Yep. All right. So
Oh,
your
yeah.
relentless endurance, the orc racial,
Mm-hmm.
lovely. Okay.
The first
Ow.
attack almost killed me. The second one.
Yeah.
The owl.
Yeah,
Mr. Hammy.
he's just going to, because he's got 60-foot flying, he's going to fly to within 5 feet of it.
Mhm.
And then splash the oil on him, because that doesn't require an attack roll.
Cool.
And then, however much movement he's got left, he's going to bail. And he's got flyby, so he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Nice.
Cool.
60-foot flying is his speed.
So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, get back to about there.
Yeah, cool.
So it just does a little drive-by and drops a whole bunch of oil on the thing.
Yep. Very much so. And that's his turn.
Okie dokie. Coming up the rear, we have the turtle.
Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club? Turtle.
Already looking dire from round 1.
Yeah, I got knocked down and I got up again, but I think next time he might keep me down.
Might be able to keep you down.
Yeah. And I can heal you a little bit, but like he'll just wipe that.
Yeah, instantly.
You know, I can give you a cure wounds and give you like 10 or something back, and he'll just nuke you again.
Yeah.
It honestly might be more pertinent to do like a Shield of Faith sort of deal.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. Is it a touch or is it a range?
60 foot.
Beautiful.
A shimmering field appears and surrounds the creature, giving it +2 AC, so your AC is 18. That's my concentration.
You've got concentration.
Yep. And I will bing the bong at the shambling mound as my action.
Bing the bong. Bing it away.
It's got to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Yes, the wisdom of the mushroom pile. That is a failure.
Mad, so that's a D12 damage, because it's already taken damage.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4.
Necrotic.
Yeah, 4 necrotic, sorry.
Beautiful. Any movement?
I'll move like maybe like 10 foot towards Rikki, kind of, so like partially towards it, but partially, yeah, like a horsey in chess, like, yeah. I don't know how else to describe, like, you know, like one, like a crupple across, and yeah,
A crupple.
yeah, that's exactly what it's called, I believe.
Crupple. All right, back to the top.
From the top to the bottom, bottom, top of
Finnick.
stuff. Yeah. The quarter garden in the middle.
Actually, holy
Safety.
crap. I listened to Meteora while I was back
It's
even
so
the other
good.
day. I was
It's
just like,
so good.
man, this is a trip back to like 2000.
Meteora and Hybrid Theory hold up extremely well.
There's some good songs in there. I was loving it. But anyway, Finnick's sort of like peeking around the tree. Just watching.
He's been feeding this thing. He should know how to stop it.
Darius, you're on.
You reckon if we start pulling with rings and shit off it, it'll just die?
It's gonna have way too much health for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take one step forward so I can see it, and then shoot.
Yep.
16 plus 5,
Nice.
21 to
Absolutely.
hit.
But in that,
Get that sneak attack.
Yeah, so it's 2, so that's 5 plus. That one's cold. Plus 6, so 11.
11 points.
And then for my bonus action, or whatever it is, I need to pull a torch out of my bag.
Sure.
And
You can
just-
do that.
You can do that for
That's a
free.
freebie.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, pull that out of my bag, drop that on the ground. Well, then for my
bonus action.
You could light it with a bonus.
Okay, well, yeah, for my bonus, I'll spark it up
Do it.
and just have a flaming torch on the ground next to me, sort of thing.
Cool. No
Ronan
worries.
freaks.
But yeah, and then just take a step back behind the tree.
Okay. Duck back into cover.
Yep, and that's me.
All right, next up.
Rikki!
With Thurin on deck.
All right. I am. I'm going to get it to 60 foot range. So I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers this time.
Okay.
So I just like tickle the top of my drum, and it just hears this like all surrounding it. So it's got to make a Wisdom saving throw 13 again.
Nope.
No, can I borrow a D6?
That was a natural
please?
1, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
does that count as a crit? No.
Critical failure.
I mean, if it works the same for you
I'd be
guys,
down with that actually. Now, like 1 on a saving throw is a crit.
for the other person.
Yeah, like for the damage.
Yeah.
The equip because there isn't a damage
An equivalent, yeah.
die, like an attack roll.
I'm not against it.
Crits untold and bing bong.
Oh no.
Been trying taking the
So it takes 7 psychic damage.
7.
7, and it must use its movement as a reaction to move as far away as from me as possible.
Okay. Is it a condition or it's just?
No, so it's just like a one-time thing. So because it failed the save,
Yep.
it has to use its reaction immediately to use its full movement to get away from me, and then it can come back in. But
And eat that opportunity attack.
no, yeah. So I don't think
It won't get
forced movement.
Ah,
it
yeah,
won't,
that's right, forced
unfortunately,
movement.
but
Yeah.
it still has to like run away and can give us a bit of breathing room for a second. So
Alrighty. Beautiful.
thanks
To
for
check
that.
gracioso.
So it's 7 necrotic, right?
That's if psychic.
Psychic.
Yep. As the whispers eat its brain.
Whatever it has for a brain. One of the mushrooms just dies and falls off.
Cool.
And then, bonus action, I'm going to give Thuridin a d6 inspiration dice. And I'm going to say, stay on your feet, soldier. And now you got your inspiration.
Inspiration.
I'm inspired.
And don't forget you have an inspiration of D8.
Thanks.
Alright, third. Oh, any movement?
Isn't it over
Oh
there
yeah,
now?
shouldn't the shambling arm run away?
Is it?
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
its turn?
No, it's got to use its reaction.
Its reaction
Yeah,
straight.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good pickup.
From you. So
Yeah. Diagonally.
it's movement.
Yep, so it's got like 20 feet.
Yeah,
So we just
I
gotta
imagined it'd
hide
be
it.
pretty slow, but
Yeah.
I thought give Thuridin a bit of breathing
We can just run around in a circle and ping it with things. Well, I mean, if it works.
And it looks kind of weird the way it moves. Like, it doesn't so much take steps forward as like
A different pile of
It's
garbage
sort of just like
morphs.
mounds together with
Oh,
whatever's
yeah.
on the ground.
snakes, sort of.
Kind of.
Yep.
It's a bit
Clayton's right,
strange.
boys. We
Yeah.
Dark Souls now.
I won't move.
Spam roll through it.
yeah. Spam roll, spam roll.
Thuridon, the heavy armor.
Flat rolling away.
Clank, clank.
You're up,
Yeah,
Thuridine.
I'm just gonna move back just to get that bit of distance outside of its
Movement range.
its movement speed. So put me between like Kincaid and Rikki. And then I'm gonna use my last slot on Cure Wounds, so I'm no longer in Death's Door.
You got it.
It's 1d8 plus 3,
You call for Tempest's aid.
6 healing. It's
Not
better
horrible.
than nothing.
Yeah.
It's
It's more than one health. That's for
Exactly.
sure. And you sort of feel like your crushed ribs and shoulder blade and collarbone sort of like knit back into position at least. You're not out of the
crackle, and
woods.
pop.
Snappily, crackly.
Snappy, crackly, salty,
salty good.
You are bacon now. Alright, so that's action movement. Any bonus?
Donata.
You got
I'm
it.
chilling.
Okay, so how does that effect work, sorry?
So it's all good now.
It's a one-time.
It's a one-time thing. It just has to run away for its reaction, but now it's all good. It can move back towards me and do everything normal.
No worries.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it can haul ass back to us.
So
Yeah.
it moves closer. And it sort of like outstretches its hands towards you.
Of course it does.
Doing like a zombie walk.
Kind of. But
Mushroom.
you see like a vibrant sort of purple goo begin to like congeal on the ends of its hands.
Yeah. Is this the Slam episode of Futurama?
God, that's brought back memories.
Thuridin, I need you to roll a
No, you
d20.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Actually, no, this will be at Rikki. You made it run.
Yeah, fair. I whispered sweet nothings into it.
Stab
Am I
at the
adding
brain.
anything? 3.
Ooh.
Okay, I need you to roll a d10.
D10. 10.
But you're not.
You die instantly.
10 to ash.
Wonderful. All right, that will end its turn.
Thank the Lord.
On to
Maybe?
On my fingers and toes.
Maybe?
That's scary. He's writing something down.
Maybe you're okay?
yeah.
Quick, someone prime sub so I can find out.
Please, God, help.
Send aid. Okay, Owl.
Hermes is going to spend his movement to come towards me to pick up the flaming torch. And then I don't know how much he's going to have left. I don't think he'll be... will he be able to make it all the way back?
5, 10, 15. Whoops.
Yeah, he's
just
got
throw that
60
tree.
foot.
He's got
Don't forget.
60 foot
Yeah, he'd be able to pick it up from there and then...
and get all the way to the shambling horror
10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
and drop it right on his head.
Okie dokie.
Napalm.
So, the goo, like the oil that you dropped on it, is sort of like moving around a bit. And it drops, and you do see a small fire start.
I think it's like 1d4 per round or something. Let me check my inventory.
Yep.
It's super effective against
Family
grouse
members on fire.
Pokemon,
Your
isn't it?
defenses
However, the fire quickly sputters out
Okay.
as it is quite a moist environment.
Right.
The mushrooms that it grows in, it didn't seem to do too much. But worth a shot. Alright. Owl's done. It's the turtle man.
Cool. So bonus action. I'm gonna summon spiritual weapon, pretty much right where Hermes is. Yeah.
In contact?
Yeah.
Yep.
And slash away.
Go for it.
Not great. 11.
11 will not hit.
And cool. And then Bing Bong as my action.
Would it get
Being that bomb.
advantage because of
Yeah.
Fairy Fire?
Verify. Advantage.
Oh.
Cool. Don't forget that. Nope. That's a 4.
Worse.
Sad times.
But no, I'd forgotten about that.
That's why he's got a thingy on him.
Stunned. Yeah, no.
We don't have
I
fairy.
can't forget because I was looking at the one like for a minute or two, being like, sleeping? Before I was like, oh, concentration. I'm a tit.
Ah, yes. I just grabbed
Bing Bong. So wisdom
Bing Bong
save.
failed.
Oh, so he failed
I'm going to guess. Yep.
it? Yeah, mad.
Bing that bong.
9.
9.
Bit of that.
Decent.
What flavour of damage?
Necrotic.
Lovely.
Most of my stuff is necrotic except for spiritual weapon.
Okay. That it's back to the top. So you can sort of hear Finnick, chittering to himself almost like excitedly but scared at the same time, just like watching what's happening. Varys.
Can I... Oh, no. Yeah, no. Ronan's a child.
Well, he's got to do it right then.
No, I was going to ask him to get involved in the fight, but I also don't want a child getting killed because of
Yeah.
this.
Especially when they can't have
So I'm
kids
just going
anymore.
to take a step out and take a shot at him, an 18.
At Ronan,
Oh,
you hit
that's-
him right in the head.
He's dead.
I'm yours, Ronan.
Alrighty, and then that is...
Caught in the cross.
boy!
Plus...
I'll teach the
8
boy.
plus 8, 16 damage.
Nice.
Nice. That is nice. Did you roll advantage?
Yep.
Yeah, that is some consistently nice damage coming out of that crossbow.
Yeah, it's all I can do to sort of fix the situation. And then, yeah, just move back in.
Skippity skip back in.
And yeah, bonus action hide, I guess.
You got it.
Oh, I forgot to move.
But it was too late. Not too late if you needed
Yes,
to move.
please.
Please.
Oh, so brave.
The only-
He bravely ran away.
The only time I will allow it.
Yeah,
Where that way.
Like diagonally backwards, kind of.
We're just going to be running around in a
Yeah,
circle,
that way.
just pinging it.
If that works.
Okay. Rikki. You're up.
Me?
Yep.
Alrighty. Yeah, okay. I am going to... Sorry, it's got to make another wisdom save.
Okay. Before anything happens, at the start of your turn,
Oh, yeah.
from the ground next to you, one of the small mushrooms near your feet, just this puff of spores or something into your face, and you
Am I
don't
okay?
feel any different.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Yes. So this time I'm just vicious mockering.
That is a
Mockery.
pass.
We truly are.
That's a
fighting a
natural
Bulbasaur.
20.
Oi.
Well, I mean,
That is
better on the vicious
The
mockery.
wisest thing it's ever done.
Yeah, so I go to insult it, and then these spores just coat my tongue. I'm like, and kind of splutter. So nothing happens on it.
time I tried to do the cinnamon
Tastes like feet.
Yeah. Okay. So no worries. That fails. It's just a cantrip, so nothing happens if
Yep.
it succeeds. Okay, and then I'm going to. I'm going to call out to Varys, and I'm just going to say, keep striking true with those bolts, Varys, and give him bardic inspiration as well.
Is that a D6?
D6, yeah.
Okay, and I add that to attack rolls or...
So
Just note it down. You can use it
Yeah.
pretty much on most things.
Can I use it on
whenever you
damage?
like it.
yes, because I'm a special bard.
That lord.
D6.
Yeah,
yes.
and then I'm going to take a few steps across in front of Theoden, if I can. Sorry,
Okay.
I can't really move my guy.
No, that's fine.
Just like two squares, yep. And then I'm just going to kind of like swing the drum
Out of the way.
kind of out of the way and
Yep.
just face up against it,
All right. Facing it down. It's
trembling in my boots.
a little Trimble-worthy.
Why aren't you following Kincaid?
Because you're about to die.
My turn's next.
Ah, well.
That's all right.
I'm ping it with a javelin. 19.
19 will hit.
1d6 plus 5. 11.
Nice.
Nice.
11
damage.
damage. That's very nice.
And then I'm gonna run over next to where Kincaid
So the
is.
javelin just sort of like enters the mass, and it's lost
Swallowed.
immediately.
Just adds to its strength. It's like Margin Boo.
More DBZ references. Yes.
I'll kill you.
All right. Where you going?
I'm just running back next to Kincaid.
What's your movement?
30. We're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie with this thing. Pretty
Alright.
much. Nah, put me like next to Kincaid. Just so I'm still within like
you move
jab.
faster than him.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you're 5 foot faster. Right?
Yes. All right. It's time. Let's get ready to shamble. It's gonna shamble forwards.
Yeah.
Strangely enough. 5, 10, 15.
Oh my god.
I can't even see me anymore.
Well, let's see what happens. Now let me just reread that thing.
This is some like Dark Souls boss music.
Yeah,
It's very that.
it's very fitting.
I definitely. Anyway, my bad. My bad. Okay.
It's got a bit of
That is
15 armor class.
Okay, 13 will not hit.
Sweet.
So one big fist,
My shield.
and it's a big impact, but you manage to sort of
Yep.
deflect it as best you can.
Dig my heels in.
And that's a natural 20.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And that's
Hey,
how,
look, can we change our crit rules?
and that's how our bard got deleted.
Oh shit.
We hardly knew.
Yeah, I blocked the first one and I'm like, is that all you got?
Alright, so the first is maximum.
Tentacle through the skull.
Is that all you want?
You. I fought mud crabs all through some.
So you got 18, 18 bludgeoning damage as it just thumps into the ground on top of you.
18. Bouncing Ricky like a rubber ball, basically.
Yeah.
I rolled really low.
Oh,
I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4.
oh.
Good.
Oh, that could have hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
could have been a 36 damage.
The first one would have got maxed, so.
We picked him up from jail. We went to some old dude's house for dinner, and he got
I've known-
murdered in a
yeah.
forest.
I've known you guys a week.
We hardly knew ye, quite literally.
Yep.
And at that note, it is over to your owl.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Well.
So you guys just see Ricky's form get engulfed with this massive fist, and you're like, ooh, and you hear Finny, ah!
Oh.
But it lifts up and
Yeah.
you're like crumpled in a ball, but you're okay.
Cut to the crowd of just like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Ronan's like,
Using Hermes to do the distract thingy only gave me advantage, right?
read the rule.
It's
Yeah,
it's
it
taking
was-
the help action, so
Yeah,
it's
help
he
action,
can
Yep, potion.
a creature can give one other creature advantage on attacking a creature
You've already
within
got
5
an
foot
idea.
Yeah, I know,
of
that's-
the
Yeah.
first creature.
Well, use that thing to make him run away
Yeah,
again.
then Hermes can't really do anything. So I'll just have him fly back towards me. And yeah, fly by, no
Could
opportunity
Thunder
attack.
Smite him if I had a spell slot, which knocks him back if he fails a saving throw, but...
Yeah, no, I can try and hit him with that other
I'm
one
gonna pop
again.
out.
Yes, it's my turn.
Yes. Yes.
Right after, yeah.
Yep, Phoenix just watching. She's like, oh!
That's half of mine who just throw Finnick at it.
Hey man, he might have some cool spells.
Go long!
Yeah, 11 plus 5, 16.
Oh, actually, sorry. Before you roll with advantage, I need to make that con save.
Oh, true.
Sorry, I just saw you
18
rolling 2
damage.
die, and I was like,
So 10 is your DC.
that one. But I'm in within 5 feet of it, so you get advantage anyway.
Okay, cool.
I just,
No,
but,
you don't get advantage for being within 5 feet. You just can sneak attack,
isn't it?
isn't it? No, you don't get advantage for having an
Yeah, you
ally
don't get
within
advantage, but it's
Oh,
flanking
It's
rules.
if he
sorry.
has advantage.
Sorry,
Gives me-
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
It's not
still get
quite
sneak-
the same.
You can have sneak attack if you have advantage from something.
Oh,
or
in which
if there's
case-
5 feet.
Well, no, in which
Yeah,
case
yeah.
can I use the hour
Yes,
to give
you can.
myself advantage?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Now
my
that
bad.
that's
So,
okay.
so
That's
nothing
okay.
is no longer
Good
glowing
memorizing.
violet.
Yeah.
And he's no longer glowy.
Almost missed it.
Alrighty.
Good catch. Because I can't see them in.
19 plus 5, so
Yep,
20
that's a definite
whatever.
hit.
So 1d8. So 5 plus 6.
11 again.
11 damage.
Very nice.
Very
So,
good.
real easy target to hit. You're just trying to find, like, what looks like a weak spot.
Yeah, and then I will move myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll cunning action dash.
Okay.
To give myself another 30.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cool.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, nice.
Not a prob. Ricky, you're up.
Okay, now I've got a few options.
Disengage and
Get
run.
out of there, Ricky.
Disengage and run.
No,
Let Hermes
probably
die for
need to
you.
use a spell.
See, I
to-
can either disengage or I can risk the
it for the biscuit.
spell that makes him run away again.
Okay, well, I mean, he's failed like every wisdom save except the nat 20. So 5% chance, basically.
It's
probably
I'm
got
going to
like-
risk it, and I'm going to cast it at 2nd level.
Okay.
risk it for the
So,
biscuit.
a Wisdom 13 save again, please.
Ricky. Natural 17.
Oh. Okay, well, he still takes half damage. So that is 4d6. Can I borrow these two?
Very nice.
Oh, nice. 16. Psychic.
16.
Yep.
Nice.
Whoa.
So it slammed you back, and you try this again. It doesn't quite seem to land, but you still see it
oh,
like
so-
shake.
Sorry, so it takes half of the 16 then.
So 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because half damage on the,
pass.
on the save,
Yeah,
yeah.
Good try though. Good
Yeah,
try.
and then I'm going to say,
Ta-ta and farewell.
yeah,
TTFN.
okay, yeah, I'm going to say, Kincaid, you might need to pick me up in a minute. But I believe in you, and then I give you
I'll clear some
Inspiration
space in
as
my
well.
book for you, buddy. I'll write it up real nice. I'll use the good ink and everything.
and then I give you my last inspiration.
Yeah, man.
And you hear his voice. Oh, you didn't want to use your inspiration at any point? Add a D8 to... No. There was a save on
Yeah,
Yeah,
saves,
save,
no
yeah.
attack
Cool.
rolls or anything, so no,
Just,
that's all
just
good.
rememberizing.
Yeah,
Use it on
But
your
no, I
AC next time.
hunker in. Why?
Oh, it was
yeah,
about
'cause that's-
20 last time too, yeah.
and that's because I'm a special bard. The inspiration can be added to certain stuff, whereas like
Yeah, no,
happens,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, for the next hit that's coming at you.
Thora. Din.
Yeah. I have no more spell slots, so I can't just try smite to blast him away from Rikki. So all I can do is spear him.
Yeah.
Advantage is gone, right? Yeah.
Yep.
19 plus 7 will do.
Lit.
Yeah. That'll still do it. That is 7 damage.
7. Sink another javelin into him.
Get these back later.
You just like seeing all these projectiles dart into the thing, and like it's recoiling from some, but it's just you can't really
Beating them
read it. You can't really get any indication of what's doing what.
Now, Channel Divinity, is that
You already used it
an...
once per short rest.
Yeah, but is it an action or...
But
I-
you've used it. You used it to guided strike
Did
when you
I?
were fighting Sakib.
Yeah.
Oh, I
To
did,
add
didn't
10.
I?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say I could try Conquering President, but yeah, no, President's it. But I forgot I used it against
Yeah,
Sakib.
that's right.
Then it is the mound's turn. It's looking down at the little man that just
I
like
want to kind of move next to where
Oh, yeah,
Finnick is
sorry.
now, though. Literally right up behind him.
But
No,
Finnick.
behind
sorry.
Finnick.
oh Finnick.
Forgot where he was.
Help us or die.
Yeah. Call off your pet. You gonna do anything about that?
Yeah, it's gonna bear down on his thing. Absolutely dwarfs him, and and it's going to rain down its fists. Natural 1
Oh!
Good.
in the second attack. 14.
Got a bit of 15.
Oh!
I do a big old war cry in its face as I'm like,
Well, it's using your full
Yeah.
shield to like duck
My
out of the
whole body,
way and
yeah.
dodge, duck, dip, dive, and shield. Okay, I nearly killed my first player.
I accounted for that.
Dodge, chuck, chip, shove, and shield.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I need you to roll a d20.
18.
Okay. And roll a d10.
A D10.
Correct.
1.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I guess we'll find out.
Next time.
Because this one, like,
Nerg's second shambling now.
Yeah. Well, because the mushroom that puffed in my face, like,
Hasn't done
did
anything
it,
yet.
did it do something? Am I going to turn into a shambling mound when I sleep?
Aware shambling man.
A were mound.
Wait a minute.
When the mushroom rises. Which is not a euphemism.
At all.
Okay. That was the mound's go. Then Mr. Owl. Hermes is up.
Yeah, just distract. Oh, help action to give me advantage again.
Alrighty. So just like flapping, like
Yeah, so if
Plucking
it
at
has a head,
mushrooms or
just
trying to do-
scratching at stuff and being generally annoying.
and it's strange as it's your bird is sort of like harrying around its head. It doesn't seem to like look at anything.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's-
strike me as a thing with eyes.
Yeah, it's just a mass, vaguely humanoid.
Yeah.
I assume you're.
My turn.
Oh, it's not your turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can't skip
Okay.
the toidle.
Brother.
You,
All right. So at the start of your turn,
Oh, yeah.
at the start of my turn.
a little mushroom, similar to what happened over here. This one's sort of a velvety purple mushroom,
Mm-hmm.
and it does something similar, except it's not so much a spore cloud. It's a little sludge, like,
Yeah.
and it just sort of splatters against your scales.
Okay. And
Yeah.
get it off. Get it off, get it off. Yeah, cool. So, bonus action, I will spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon. Oh yeah.
Ooh, does a 23 hit?
Yup.
Yarp.
Excellent.
That's a nice roll.
Very good.
And 6 damage.
6 damage. Alright.
Yep. And
Here you go.
yep, and then for my action, I'm going to use the staff ability.
Okay.
So I'll like.
So are you wielding the staff at all times? You're not shielding, hammering?
No, hammer's away. I
Okay.
got that out. So yeah, shield and staff, and so yeah, kind of just like flickering it sort of around, and it's like these like sort of purple, like ribbons almost like glowing light, kind of like that. And it's almost I think it looks different to when Marl did it because it was all like.
His was all martial
Nature-y
artsy.
and stuff, and whereas he's almost using it like it's like a whip or something, and then like the light's kind of like lashing at the mound.
And definitely you guys would notice, anyone that's looking towards Kincaid would see that he's using this in a different manner than Marl did.
I am
not
not
a
druid.
this
I don't
is-
know this nature stuff.
This is something that you would have been taught. You would have seen your mother do this at some point. She always carried this stuff around.
yeah.
DC
DC 13
yes.
save.
Very cool.
That is a failure.
Oh yep. So it has disadvantage on the next attack roll or all attack rolls.
Both attacks.
Attack.
Next attack. Cool.
All right.
And I'll run away around next to Rune.
Everyone's just cowering together.
away. Sorry, the spiritual weapon because it can move like as part of the attack.
Yeah. So, hanging around. Okay. Cool. And you had the strangest feeling. This is going to sound a little weird, so I'll just tell you what you need to do. As you were looking forward at Rikki fighting this shambling mound, you thought, I wonder how I got up there. Weird. And then you ran away. By all intents and purposes, you are fully convinced that you are Rikki.
It's Freaky Friday.
The first person that you
Right.
looked at, you believe you now are.
It's a hell of a life.
Right. Okay.
So, mannerisms, anything you know about him, you are fully convinced.
the guys, are you inspired now? Bong bong on the shield.
Did that work?
Oh, it's horrible.
Beautiful. All right, back to the top. Phoenix sort of like,
Do I lose my D6 of inspiration now?
you're like, oh no.
I'm uninspired.
Finnick is going to
Goes off the edge of the map. Lost in the fog of war.
So he's running back towards like the big sort of patch of mushrooms that looked like a homestead. Yeah, over in the corner. And he's just sort of like, that will be his turn. Now, Varus, you're up.
Oh yeah, good. Shoot.
You have inspiration, remember? Was it? No.
Nah, it's not gonna cut it at all.
What'd you roll?
It was a 3 and a 1.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
so I'll just move 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, just, sort of there, that side of the tree. Yep.
Okay.
You should drop the dice track.
You're almost going to cut Finnick off.
Because he keeps hitting the edge and then rolling onto one.
It's a beautiful dice tray, don't you
It
dare.
is.
Ricky,
But, no, that's
if
me.
you have nothing else,
No.
no bonus? Beauty.
Alright, so this time I'm like, okay, I kind of don't want to have to face that brute force again, so I will use my action to disengage,
Okay.
and then haul ass 25 feet backwards.
Alright.
And then he looks at Kincaid and suddenly he's Russian.
Now you're watching it, are you like running backwards?
Yeah, like just backing up, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm
Where'd everyone go?
Yeah, everyone's dipping into the forest. And you're like, what the hell?
Hey, guys, no, but this way.
Want to go bowling?
That's literally what I was, as I was saying, I was like, where have I heard that before?
Hey, Rico, let's go bowling.
Ricky, it's your cousin Ricky. Let's go bowling.
Nice. You know what? Inspiration for that.
Do I get an extra D6?
You have... Yes. No. You can only have one at any time.
Yeah, but
D-
isn't
what
it
D12?
bardic
Bardic.
inspiration and inspiration
Yes.
two different
You can have
things.
his inspiration and one from me.
What's your one?
Mine's a reroll.
Okay.
Because that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That I approve. Okay. All done. Through a dong.
Alright, I'm gonna peek out, javelin ping,
Okay.
and duck back behind cover. 17.
Yep. +7 to hit. That's beautiful.
I am going to also use my bardic inspiration
For the damage.
for the Dimaggio.
Ripper.
That is 6 + 5, 11.
11 damage.
Nice.
Grass ass.
Beautiful.
And yeah, duck back behind the tree.
Back behind the tree.
You right there, Kincaid?
What? I wouldn't say anything.
Hey, where is Kincaid?
What do you mean? You're Kincaid.
What? No, I'm Ricky. You know, red hair, bald, bong, bong, bong.
Mate, look at your hands, man.
Yeah, like red hair.
It looks like Ricky's
I'm
hands.
fully convinced. This is Ricky's hands.
What about them? They are pale and good for mining.
Mate,
Like always.
those aren't calluses, they're claws.
No, they're drum calluses.
Oh dear.
And where's your drum?
Bong, 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 bong. Shoot.
Can't argue with that, mate.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now it is going to.
Oh, 3, 4. What kind of reach has it got on its attacks?
It does have disadvantage on its first one, thankfully, but
It does.
but it still might be dead.
Quite possibly.
13.
Yikers. That's a nice, like a... What's it called? What's it called when a word's backwards?
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
Oh yeah, 13.
When it's the
and
same,
31.
when it's
When
the
it's the
same
same forwards and backwards, like
Yeah,
race
palindrome.
car and Bob.
Yep, palindrome.
And Bob.
And Madam, I'm Adam. Weird Al does a whole song of them.
Yeah, it's called Bob.
Is it? Oh, that
The
is the name
song's
of the
called
song,
Bob.
that's right. So, it looks like it's trying to attack you. And it rolled a 15.
Seconds.
Do you have...
It's not in melee range. So it like goes like that, and you feel vines and roots ensnare around your feet.
Is that with the disadvantage?
Oh no. 14.
Ah, the drum spell I cast really effective. Make you miss.
So you feel these things like begin to ensnare your feet. You're sort of like tearing your feet out of whatever's trying to grapple you.
Yeah, I took a semester of dance. I know what I'm doing.
It also got distracted by Kincaid just banging another tree trying to prove he's Ricky with the drum.
And Varys, I'll need you to roll a d20.
That's a 1.
Beautiful. Roll a d10.
That's also a 1.
Oh. Oh no. That's a
You think you're Kincaid now?
You are the shambling mound.
Sweet
You think
lordy,
you're Hermes.
You would think you're... Okay, so looking in that direction...
It's going to end up with us just all doing Russian accents. Like,
Looking in that direction, you would see Ricky first.
Oh no.
We are all Ricky on this blessed
we are now
day.
the traveling bards.
So you are, by all intents and purposes, fully convinced that you are Ricky.
Is this so easy?
This is
It's the Meeseeks episode.
Well, like, I can understand that in a character role-playing sense, but do I now think that I have a longsword? Do I think that my rapier is a longsword?
No.
Do I think my crossbow is a drum?
Nope.
Okay.
No, you're fully just, you're convinced that that's who you are. Your equipment doesn't really change who you are.
Right.
So whatever you've got, you're Rikki.
Don't you have an instrument on you as well?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah, we're
think
gonna
I
work
think I've
on
got no. I think I did noble background, and I gotta double check that. I don't remember. Right.
Cool.
So
He just starts banging on the lid.
So yes, you also think you are Rikki.
Just blowing a guitar.
well,
Why did you both roll ones?
it's just me rolling naturally.
Yeah, true. It's like too many cooks, too many rips.
Do
Yeah, I hope it
Hermes
wears off.
take his go in there?
Does Hermes also think that he's Rikki?
Did I see Hermes first?
Yeah, you just see,
Drop everything.
you just see Hermes jump on a tree and just like,
No, Hermes is not a player character.
does Ronan know who he is?
Yeah, but no, did Hermes take his go?
No.
Yeah, can he move to the thingy and do the...
Wait, we haven't had Kincaid. Yeah, so it is Hermes now.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, Hermes moved to, what's his name, the shambling
Wasn't-
mound, and do...
Yeah, because it
It's
was just
Hermes
the
and then
shambling. It was the shambling mound.
Yeah, that was the end of it.
Missing.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah.
Hermes moved to him and then do the distract, help, action thingy again.
Try and harry it around the mushroom.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, so then it's my turn?
No. Kincaid
Kincaid.
next.
Yeah, brother. But yeah, that's Hermes.
Brother Rikki.
Brother Rikki.
Happiness, not Hermes.
Oh, that's better. For this episode, anyway. That's a good one.
So spirit bonus action, spiritual weapon. But in my head, I think I'm doing bardic inspiration.
Or vicious mockery or
Yeah.
something.
Is that a
Something
bonus?
damaging.
Is vicious mockery a bonus action?
No.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, bardic
By all
inspiration.
accounts, you're inspiring the crap out of this thing.
Absolutely. what's the? Hey, shambling man. Friendship is friendship, but let's keep our tobacco separate. And I don't. So there's no more advantage, but I've still got bardic inspiration. Is that right?
Yes. You can still
Use my own
you get
bardic
it for 10
inspiration.
minutes.
that you
So-
inspired yourself with.
17.
Yep. That'll hit.
Yes. Yeah, 17. Ooh, 11 force damage.
Very nice.
Nice.
And then action, I'll do the staff thing again. Yeah, look over here, big boy. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay. Beautiful.
DC 13 int save.
Is a fail. So
Cool.
it's that.
So yeah,
Disadvantage for the
on
next
the first attack.
Beautiful.
And I think because of like Kincaid thinking of Rikki, like, but it's not Rikki, it's Kincaid's perception of Rikki. Hey, you get away from me! And run 25 and charge.
You are charging where?
Towards the shambling mound and get away from me. Because you always charge in when we're in trouble, like.
Yeah.
Get away
Commitment. I love it. You leave me alone.
Stop! You leave other me alone.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that.
I I hope that Ricky's being like, no, what are you doing? But Kincaid thinks like that recklessness, like that's kind of
I'll protect
what
me.
Ricky. Yeah.
Does Rikki now think it's Kincaid because he can see Kincaid?
I rolled different. We don't know what mine's done
true,
yet.
true.
Yeah, we will to be on the next episode.
Might be it might fall out.
Imagine.
That's new character time. You don't come back from that as a dwarf.
Beautiful.
I've got Kincaid thinks he's Rikki. Barris also thinks he's Rikki. Rikki might not be Rikki, who knows?
Am I also Ricky?
All right.
Who is this hacker, Rikki?
So back to the top.
Top to bottom.
So he sort of clambers into it's probably like a 5-foot tall mushroom, like into the stalk. Like it's fairly thick, and there's a bunch of them sort of arrayed. And you saw when you walked past that it's sort of hollowed out a little bit on the inside. It's a living space for him. Rikki, sorry.
Rikki 3.
Rikki. I'll get you to make a perception check.
It's a 14. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a straight roll.
Nice. So you hear from inside the hut, Finnick go, hold on, give me 2 seconds. All right, so you hear him go in there, you hear him mutter, and you hear sort of like a scrunching sound. And you hear him say,
There's a turtle, an orc, a dwarf, and a drow. And they're trying to take my stuff. Your stuff. Help me.
and that's all you hear. Here.
All right.
And that will be the end of his turn. Varys, you are up.
Alrighty. Okay, so I guess this is my version of vicious mockery.
I'm gonna vicious mockery you.
Yeah, well,
You've been mocked.
well, yeah.
You tuck your beard out of the way and just...
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just step out, so, I don't know, you smell as bad as you look, and shoot. And that's a 5, and that one's cocked. And that's an 8 plus 5, and then I will use the inspiration, which is a 6, so that's 8, 6, 14 plus 5, 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, and then that's a 6 plus 3, so that's 9 plus 8. So 17 damage.
Beautiful.
Piercing. And
You mock the crap out of it.
yeah, pretty much. And yeah, no, that's
Ripper?
it for me. I don't know. Yeah.
Alrighty. Are you doing any movement?
Yeah, I'll move maybe 30 that way. Ooh.
Not a problem. Could the real Rikki Rocksplitter please stand up? You're up.
All right.
You're up.
So I'm going to look at Kincaid and I'll say, Kincaid, you finally found your balls. Welcome.
Rikki, we got this.
I've got this.
I'm Rikki. He's just also Rikki. Yeah. We are both Rikki.
He's a little...
Hey, we've got
somewhere in the back of your mind, there's like...
Wait, what?
But...
They're not paying attention to that. We'll deal with that later.
We ignore that, boys.
And then I'm going to be real risky again. And I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
13 save.
That is a failure.
Beauty. Okay, so next to it, only it can see it, but it perceives a 10-foot large direwolf attacking it.
Okay. We have a die.
Yeah. It fills a 10-foot cube. So it's massive.
Like so.
Yeah.
2 dials.
Beauty.
Whoever made
So,
that.
I know, right?
He's a Rikki. He's a real Rikki, that one.
so this illusion includes sound, temperature, and any other stimuli also evident only to the creature.
Okay.
It rationalizes anything as if the phantom was real, or any illogical outcome from interacting with it.
Does it make sound to it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it hears it, it smells it, it feels it,
all
like
the
it's
senses.
all very real.
Gotcha.
And so it is also so convinced by the illusion it can take damage. So if the illusion is within 5 feet of it,
Uh-huh.
it takes 1d6 psychic damage.
Ooh, that's cool.
And perceives it like it takes psychic damage, but it perceives it anything logical, so like
Yeah.
piercing from
Like
a bite or
something's
something, but
chomping it, yeah.
it's technically psychic. So I'll
Cool. I like it.
6 psychic damage off the gate.
Very nice.
And then that was my action to cast that spell. So that's about all I can do. And I'm going to. I'll need a little concentrate thingy on me.
Yep. A disc. Cool beans. Okay. Thurad.
Being me,
Yeah.
still a human being,
Mm-hmm.
in my own right state of mind and not, Ricky, I'm just going to peek around the corner, chuck a javelin,
All right.
and keep on moving.
10. Are you
Yeah,
doing 10, hawking a thing, and then keeping going?
I reckon I'll do 10 and chuck it and then run another 20 towards Finnick.
Yeah, it's fine.
So as far as I can go towards him, 9.
That will not hit. So it begins like moving, and it's kind of erratic.
Did you have the re-roll inspiration from him?
I did, yes.
You can use that whenever you like
I will
in
use
this session.
12.
Total.
12.
Yeah, it was worse.
No, it was
I
like
thought you rolled a natural 12 plus 7. I
No, it was 5 plus 7.
Yeah.
No luck.
I rolled a 2 then a 5.
Whistles over its head. Next up is it.
So, in regards to the wolf, it can use its action on its turn to make an investigation check to dismiss the illusion.
Okay. It's going to use its action to try and hit the thing.
Yeah.
Have disadvantage on the first attack.
That's one way of investigatorizing. It's an illusion. What's its AC?
Or like it's a straight up illusion. So like any action, it rationalizes that it's
Yeah.
dodging it or whatever. Like it's
Just until it saves against the spell, it just thinks it's
Yeah.
Can't hit it.
dodging,
Yeah.
or clanging off the armor or whatever.
because it doesn't
Okay.
say anything about trying to like attack it. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
it just says the target perceives.
So with that
Yeah.
investigation, if it hit, what would
It'd maybe be like after a bit of
Yeah,
trying to hit it,
after
it'd be
it's-
like,
yeah.
hang on a second, and like,
But it-
like
like,
until
I think,
it
yeah.
saves against it.
Because kind of the key thing is
thinks it's there.
it needs to use its action to examine it with an intelligence investigation check.
okay? Purely intelligence.
Which it, like, presumably has to succeed on.
We're gonna be hard pressed to get that done. So it like thumps the ground right next to Kincaid, like sweeping its hands through the air.
And because Kincaid can't see it, only it can see the wolf.
And you're
so
sort of like, what?
What are you doing?
That was way off. Yes. And Thuridin.
Yes.
Roll a d20.
D20.
Uh-oh.
16.
Roll a 1.
Should roll a d10.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Rikki Band.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry, Sheldon.
What a
You
bummer.
think you're Hermes?
Roll a d4 as well.
Oh, D4.
2.
Sorry?
2. This feels like those things that you used to do in primary school. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Pick
favourite colour?
blue. Pick a number 5. You will kiss your mum tonight.
No. All right. That will be the end of its turn. We have Hermes.
Distract, help action to me. Ricky. Advantage on my next shot.
Hermes, help me! Rikki!
I'm borrowing your owl.
Love it. Kincaid. Rickade. I really wish you turned into... I really wish you turned into...
Just after the fight. Congratulations, me.
Yeah.
Well done, me.
Rikki would just be like,
Huh?
Everyone loves me all of a sudden.
Waiting for this.
Yeah.
look, I know I did good, but...
19 on spiritual weapon.
Yep.
I've always wanted a cult.
I knew they'd come around eventually. Yeah.
Can I put the damage on?
Yes, mine can be used on damage. D6.
Cool. Does it
Nice.
work on? Was it only some spells? That's an attack.
Oh,
it is a spell attack. Like it's not a. Do you know what I mean? Like I know I can't add it to like fireball or something if I had it, but
Thanks for this delicious oak
Combat inspiration. No, sorry. So it is only a weapon damage.
Only
roll.
weapon? Okay, cool.
Or AC
Okay, cool.
is what my extra gives you.
6 force. Bonk.
Force damage.
Or is that technically a weapon?
It isn't.
Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon. Yeah. And I will try to bonk it with the staff as my action.
Okie dokie. Give it the bonk.
Ricky's trusty longsword.
Ooh. 7.
Not so trusty.
Oh, but I can add the d6 to this.
Yes.
That you can.
12?
12 does not cut it.
Oh, would have been cool.
Would have been cool.
Would have been cool. You're like, damn, I'm inspiring. Maybe that's what gives you pause and makes you miss. You're like, wait, I am. Okay.
Too many Ricks.
All Dunsky.
Yeah.
Back to the top.
Brother Kincaid.
You hear clattering around in the mushroom, like things being rifled through. Finnick doesn't emerge, but yeah, you know he's
Yeah, watch your back
Scrambled away.
there, Varys.
In there doing stuff.
Yeah.
there.
Careful over there.
So how
Wait, do I see him as...
this?
Oh, sorry. You go. I don't know that he also thinks
No,
he's
you
Rikki.
do not.
Okay. Careful over there, Varys.
I ignore him.
Not other me.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, beats me.
Yeah, Varys
man.
better look out over there wherever he is.
That's a 19.
Nice.
That'll it.
So how thick is like the? Because does he got like a ladder to go and chew this mushroom thing?
It's like fairly squat, like 4 or 5 foot high. A whole
so
bunch of mushrooms sort of together.
So it's not like it's got like a stem that. Okay.
No, he sort of goes into the stem.
13 damage.
Nice.
And yeah, I'll just move. Oh, actually.
Hey, Varys. Finish him!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, no, just one straight through the center, and just it comes out the other side with a small black beating something on the end of it.
It's a mushroom for sure.
It's a small black mushroom because
Little spore.
oozes a little bit of black, and then the whole thing just kind of falls apart and melts into the ground.
Which is very accurate. Let me put the correct music on for you.
Oof, I wasn't sure how much it had in it. I was like, is this going to keep going for a while?
And I was doing fine.
Yeah, Rikki, was.
I was really brave.
I was having a good time.
I was just
Mocking
risked
it.
it for the biscuit and charged straight in recklessly to save my friends the way I always do.
Standing up front like a champ.
Yeah.
Alright, so the bolt does indeed, like, it seems to have something small attached to it, and it squidges into the mush. Now, as the shambling man lets out it goes a little bubbly and gurgly, and it falls to the ground, and everything that was sort of holding it together does begin to sort of wither and disintegrate. It just rots like one of those time lapses of something rotting.
Yeah.
It begins to, fester and
Decompose. Yeah.
decompose as far as it can. Now, I'll give you all the chance. If you were wanting to do anything, you could use a reaction to do anything with the mushrooms. The mushrooms are basically what are dying. So if you would like to do anything with the mushrooms...
Like the entire field of mushrooms?
Yeah, from where you are, the mushrooms are all beginning to wither.
Including like his house, or just that area that we're in?
Just the area kind of where the
Yeah.
shambling mount
I
was centered.
quickly draw a dagger, kneel down, and just try and sweep to cut as many off at the stalk as I can.
Okay,
Nice. Yeah.
roll a d10.
I want to.
That's
Right.
4.
Okay. All right, so you get sort of a patch of green-looking mushrooms.
Cool.
So let's say you got like
me and you were
4
going to do the
mushrooms.
same thing.
Cool.
Maybe.
All green
And
mushrooms.
as soon as you cut them off, like they've begun to wither a bit, but you react quick enough to sort of, and we'll go in initiative order. Kincaid, you probably won't be able to react in time. We're just going by turn order. Rikki, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, so like we said, we could see a few items, and my fairy fire revealed a few items within it. If as it's sinking and stuff, any like an item kind of is in front of me, I'm going to try and like rip it out from inside it.
So make a perception check.
How long does detect magic last for?
10 minutes, I think.
Is it 10 minutes? So I'll still be seeing those magical items glowing.
That's a flat roll, so that's a 2.
I mean, the items are in there somewhere. You can't really spot them in amongst all of the mush and old carcass and rotting vines.
No,
for you.
But you can try and grab something.
I'll just
if
grab
you
blindly, maybe. Then.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. Make a sleight of hand or athletics. Up to you.
I'd prefer athletics, thank you. Would I? Yes.
So using raw physical
Crit
power.
for 26.
All right. Would you like to grab an item or mushrooms?
An item, please.
Okey-dokey. Roll a d4.
Tray.
Trez.
Yep.
So you pull out a. Up. Get the things.
A longboat.
How am I doing this?
It's like those magic tricks.
That must be an 18-footer. Like you rolled a natural 20.
So just the organic stuff that's dying, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So everything else will be
No,
fine. Just drop
Yeah, the items and stuff. will
Unless
still be
because we became part of the mushrooms, we're going to start withering.
there. All that. Maybe.
Do we feel the effect like commensurately?
dissipate?
just
Yeah,
noxious fumes coming off.
Do
Yeah.
I feel less like Ricky?
No, you don't feel yourself with them.
Okay, good.
You're all good on that front. Hold up. I've lost my thingy, which is annoying.
I'm just going to quickly pee.
Yeah, go for it. Good point to take a break. If you need a whiz, go for it.
I sent lyrics of the current situation to the group chat if you want to have a look.
I put that Dragonborn song through.
So many Rickies. Yeah.
I
I love it. I'm actually
Nobody wants to see Ricky more. They want Ricky. I've tried Ricky.
Ricky, this is what I'll give you.
A little bit of Rick mixed with some hard Ricky.
I'm kind of chuffed that Kincaid's view of Ricky is like just he'll run in to
Charging
save his
recklessly,
friends.
yeah,
Recklessly.
yeah.
It's like kind of like that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a compliment.
Yeah, I'm reckless, but it's
Yeah,
to
yeah.
help people out.
Okay. Well, that'll work, I guess. Cool. I'll wait for Varese to be back.
Is it that beard blunderbuss item I sent in?
Is it a beard cannon?
Yeah. Man, that was cool.
Man, I'd love a beard cannon.
No, with my
Remember that?
divine sense, it's detect good or evil, yeah?
Detect certain types of creatures.
Yeah, I think it's like
undead, celestial, and fiends.
Fey,
Yeah.
fiend, or undead.
I don't
believe.
think it does. No, I don't think it
Doesn't
does.
do
Fey.
Fey, no.
I think it just does. Off the top of my head, it's like
Yeah.
fiend, celestial,
And
and
undead.
undead
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
within
Yeah.
X.
Cool.
Look it up, but it's something like that. Within like 60 feet, maybe.
Okay, I don't know if it'll have it, but you plunge your hand in and pull out a small silver pin. It's got kind of like, you know, the comedy and tragedy symbol for like
Drama. Yeah.
theatre
Oh yeah.
masks. It has two small emblazoned masks, like bronze masks on a silver pin.
Like a
Like the
lapel
smiley
pin
in the
sort of thing.
center.
Small pin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that like the smiling mask and the crying mask?
Yeah.
So you pull that out of the muck.
Yeah, I'm
A natural 20.
I'm shining that, and I'm like, damn, that's actually really nice.
You get some leaves and dirt and crap off
Yeah.
it, like a living worm, like writhing around it.
Is that one of the things that my detect magic is pinging?
That would, if you were looking at him. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm holding a little magic.
Holden.
Hold it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think Ricky and myself are thinking.
Yeah.
Ricky and other
Myself
Ricky.
and
yeah,
myself.
me, myself, and Ricky.
Rick, self, and Rick.
Yeah. Rick's.
I'm gonna have fun naming this episode.
Rick, and more Ricky.
Yeah, I think we're thinking along similar lines because
Yeah.
I mean we are the same person.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like
Makes
Ed,
sense.
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. Rick and Ricky with 2Ks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do I roll
Ricky-
Am I
similarly-
next?
Thurden would be
Oh,
next.
sorry.
I'll try grab one of the glowing things that I saw as well.
Sure thing. I mean, the glowing things aren't, by any accounts, disintegrating.
anyway.
It's just they're in
Oh
the
yeah,
walls.
no, I'm just gonna try grab one
Yeah,
and see
go
what
for
it
it.
is. Yeah,
Nobody
Go
wants to
far.
help with the mushroom gathering, I see.
I don't need to gather mushrooms.
Yeah, no one else cares about the
Yeah.
mushies.
Sorry, Varys.
What was the rolling?
I'll test them
Just,
on you
uh,
guys.
Is that athletics?
yeah.
So 21.
Beauty, roll a D4, reroll on a 3.
Oh.
You pull out a small, it's kind of an oval shaped, it looks like a copper,
Okay.
but it's definitely glowing with your detect magic, so not an
I
ordinary
defeated a
copper.
shambling mound, and all I got was this copper piece.
Sweet ass copper piece. Alright, Kincaid. I'll get you to make
Kinrick.
Rickcade. I'll
Rickcade,
get you to
that's much better.
make. I'll get you to make a general dexterity check just to see how quickly you react, because you are after its turn. It's sort of like starts melting away. You're last in the turn order, so giving you.
1. 2 minus 1. Just busy banging on my shield. Ricky!
That's what he does.
His catchphrase.
I mean, it's canon now, apparently.
I'm a caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically like Ricky of the jungle.
Yeah.
Rah, Ricky, rah.
And then you sort of see everything like disintegrating around you. You can attempt to grab a handful of stuff, but it's like its consistency may not be that of a living mushroom. If
Can
you
I
would
just,
like to
can I
try.
just sort of start trying to sift through it, looking for stuff? Like,
Yeah,
not
sure.
trying to just snatch, but just like use the staff to just like prod through it to be like,
Yep.
this looked like it was made of cool things.
Yep.
I
Roll
would
a
like some of them.
check.
Perception.
I think I'd probably just be leaning up against my longsword, like stick it in the ground and just like out of breath a bit.
Gotcha. 13.
13.
Beauty. So looking through, you're sort of like sifting some stuff, and there are like there's carcasses in here. There's old like leather jerkins that have just been tossed in
Breeze
there.
block and a bit of old bone.
Bit of old bone, and you find this long staff-looking thing, and you sort of wipe all the muck and filth off it, and it is a bit of old bone. That's about all you find on a 13
Yeah.
from where you are.
Yeah.
But that's just your cursory
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, I'll just kind of be like, keep on. Like, oh, I already have better stuff. I, Ricky, have better stuff here. Throw the bone away and keep on looking through.
Before you said a breeze block and a bit of old bone, I was actually going to have it be bone, and I was like, well, it's meant to be then.
Clearly,
Beautiful.
the
Okay.
universe is saying.
So by the time you've sort of snicked off a few of these mushrooms and grabbed them up, still wearing your gloves because I'd assume you'd wear them at all times.
Pretty much.
The rest of the mushrooms just start withering and falling to pieces.
Nick is not going to be happy, Kincaid.
It's going to
And-
be less happy in a
Hey,
minute.
where is Kincaid? Hey, is anybody seen Kincaid?
It's a bit of a conundrum. Where
What
do you
happened
get-
to him? He was slinging spells around and doing lots of super awesome stuff. Really just carrying the fight as far as I could tell. And now he's vanished.
Maris, you would hear him talking about you. No, that was about Kincaid, not Ricky.
Yeah, that's not
Okay.
about Kincaid.
Yeah.
It's like Inception.
Well, to you, he looks like Kincaid.
Why have I got a nosebleed?
After I've just shoved the mushrooms into one of those little leather bags, can I stand up and yell out, "Get Varys! That bastard is ratting us out!" And I will start running towards Vinny.
Well, we'll go theatre of the mind at this point. So you run up to the little mushroom hovel,
Yep.
and it smells pretty foul.
But
But inside, you can see through like the doorway that was sort of left open. You can see those gleaming yellow eyes as he's sort of like sifting around.
point the crossbow at him
What are
and get out here, you little shit. And that's my intimidate roll.
Okay, go for it.
Plus
Spicy.
Rikki has a way with words.
21.
Okay.
Classic bard, Rikki.
Remember, he's like 2.5 foot, like little goatee, big bulbous yellow eyes, and matted, gross sort of hair in a little like dreadlock.
All right. Oh, okay.
And as he steps out of the mushroom, he's got sort of like a little bandolier around his waist and shoulder, and you can see like there's a miniature rake and some scissors and what looks like a
gardening
little
tools.
spray sort of bottle.
Okay.
And he's got pouches and that sort of stuff on him.
What? What? You?
What is that that you're wearing?
It's my stuff. My mushroom stuff.
Drop it.
I can't. It's tied. It's
Drop
tied
it or
around
I'll
me.
shoot you.
I can't drop it. I'm not holding it.
Alright.
Like it's tied around him.
Okay. Alright. We'll just wait here for a moment.
Untie it, then drop it.
Can I untie it then?
Yes. Slowly.
Okay.
Anything untoward and I'll shoot you.
Oh, what?
US police be like.
And he sort of undoes like a
He's
buckle.
green.
Undoes a buckle at the back, and it just drops to the ground.
Good. Now step back. Alright, now we just wait for everybody else to get here.
Okay. Did you get
Rikki
your
runs
chest?
over.
Did you? What did you?
Don't you move.
Why did you make the mushrooms attack us?
So are you guys all running up?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going over to grab the chest that we
Yeah.
came to get. Is it open? Is it locked still?
Hold on, one thing at a time. So you want to? I would say you'd get there pretty late, being last sort of deal. You're making a beeline for the chest.
Mm-hmm.
You would hear. Well, you wouldn't hear him. He would make it known to you, real Rikki, that like Ronan was there. He was watching, but from the tree line. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah, look, probably seeing Varys chase after Finnick, I would have jumped in to follow as well.
All right.
Make sure nothing else is going down.
Oh, that's better. Pardon my French.
Holy
Yeah.
crimbo.
Anyway, you would start running as well. We'll
Yep.
say the longest of leg would get there first. So you get to the chest in sort of the center. It was nearish to the top of the pile of crap.
Mm-hmm.
So fairly easy to spot. You wouldn't need a perception roll for that.
Has it been unlocked and
It
or is it?
appears to be closed. You would need to roll an investigation check to see if it's been
Oh,
unlocked.
yeah. My investigation.
So looking at the things,
Nothing.
wooden chest,
17.
silver bands, fairly well made and solid, like solidly heavy, thick sort of oaken chest, and it appears to be locked.
Okay. There should still be another item pinging on the ground,
It
correct?
should.
I will reach and pick that up.
Would you like to make another perception check, like cast around?
Sure. Just look around, see if there's anything else.
See if you can spot that 25 gold. diamond,
19?
maybe?
19?
Yes, sir.
It only works on magic items, but on a
Oh, yeah, just with his eyes.
19 perception, you would be able to pick out the diamond, again, quite near to the top of the order of decomposition.
Mhm.
So you would find the 25 gold diamond that was tossed into the pile.
Cool.
That we gave to him.
And
And looking around, you find two other pings, actually.
oh,
The first one is a small flask stoppered with a cork.
okay. Doesn't say anything on it, or just
No. Now it's got an oval sort of shape on the center of it. Looks like maybe an insignia or something.
okay. And the other thing?
The other is a small fan, fairly intricately made. It looks to be made of bone and feather.
Right. Like one of those hand fans?
Yep. A collapsible one.
Yeah.
I do declare.
Oh, man.
I'm getting the Vegas.
I do declare.
Alright, so I'll just chuck those aside in
Tuck
my.
those away.
Yep, and I'll grab the chest.
Okay. So you pick it up and it's hefty. Like, you're a muscular fellow, but this is a hefty chest. And you pick it up. Like, you can manage it, but over a distance would get quite tiring. So yes, definitely got some heft. Actually, make an athletics check just to see how well you handle. Did you flat one again? At least it's not a hit. Or a acrobatic.
Technically, it's an 8.
A shambling mound
Second.
sprouts from the chest.
Not again.
All right. It's heavy. It genuinely is heavy. After getting absolutely wailed on by that thing, you're feeling quite sore, and the heft of this thing, you straining a bit.
Ronan, come over here, mate.
And he sort of trots up, like picking his way amongst everything, and he's very, very deft as he picks his way amongst the mushrooms. I thought you died.
No, mate. I'm alright.
Not even close.
A fair bit of blood is like crusted and pulled around your mouth.
Yeah. It's a flesh wound. I've been through far worse.
And your long black hair is sort of matted and mangled with blood, muck, and dirt and all sorts. You look quite a sight, but
Flash him a winning smile of 3 teeth.
yeah, wow. I'll help you carry
Yeah,
that.
give us a hand, mate. Does it have like handles on the side? Or
Yeah,
not?
one handle on each side.
Yeah.
So he sort of helps and you manage. So the rest of you making your way up to Finnick and Varys. Varys pointing down at this tiny goblin.
What did...
I heard you.
What
So
you
these guys are here now? Or?
Yeah.
Why you make the mushroom attack us?
I said don't step on mushrooms. He stepped on a mushroom.
I don't know about the mushrooms, but this little bastard contacted someone. I heard him, and he asked for help.
What?
He mentioned us and asked for help.
I did not.
He did. I heard him.
Can I see if he's
Inside.
being truthful here?
Yeah.
My passive insight's 12 if I'm just coming up to this conversation.
Academy, guide me. Ooh, 25.
The Bardic Academy taught him well.
Look at him. Pity is what crosses your mind. Oh.
All right, Varys, let's not jump to conclusions here. It's
But you.
25.
25.
I don't respond to the Baron.
and I'm so confused why no one is responding. Am I invisible?
You can't see me.
So,
Why do you have my
On a 45.
clear as day is bullshit.
Why do I have
You
my drum?
clearly never studied under Professor Personoer at the Bardic Academy. Classic tale of liar.
I didn't. I haven't. I wouldn't. I would just.
I took a semester on how to read people, and you have 17 of the 33 possible facial tics of liars.
And he does. Like a little quiver, the eyes twitching, there's a bit of snot running out of this.
Chewing his nails.
Looking up to the left.
Can I put my hands down?
No.
Okay.
Who did you contact?
My employer. As I said, I don't own any of this.
Who's your employer?
I don't know.
I
He's
kick him in the
known.
chest and then point the crossbow really close to his face.
Intimidation.
Yeah. One.
For a total of.
You kick the mushroom.
Advantage because we're all thingy.
I'm also here.
Yeah.
Mate.
We're all there
okay.
opposing at it.
It's okay, you rolled the 2. And,
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
You have a lot on intimidation.
+3, yeah.
So, your foot sort of like doesn't quite connect center mass, but
Flip over.
it is enough to knock him to the ground. He weighs nothing.
Good.
And the crossbow on his face.
What was the question?
Who's your employer?
My employer. They call him the Mushroom Man.
Oh gosh.
That's all I
How do you contact him?
Roll perception.
All of us, or
Yeah, anyone around.
18.
Okay, let me
13.
He's urinating currently. Oh, what was it? Perception? It doesn't smell much worse than what's around you.
26.
Definite urine. Not the right leg, not the left.
yeah. He also has a vitamin C deficiency. You can smell.
Do you have oatmeal for breakfast?
Do you grow asparagus around here? How do you contact him?
Like I did, I used a scroll.
Insight.
No, you
4. -2.
My passive insight's 12.
Okay.
Mine's 15.
How do the passive
But you're Rikki right now.
things work? Like, can you
Says it
just
there.
say you're using?
What's a Ricky's passive insight? That's the question.
Passive perception, passive investigation, and passive insight.
Yeah, these are just
They're
things.
things. I don't know if passive everything is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Either way, he looks sincere, like he's well and truly afraid.
Yeah.
Mushrooms don't count as family.
Pardon?
Mushrooms don't count as family. And they're all dead anyway.
They're all dead.
Well, I mean, they're dying. They're, like, on their way.
And he sort of rolls over and looks.
Why did you try to double charge us? The real crime here.
Someone paid me to look after something, and then someone else came to get it. I didn't want to lose that. My boy ain't scary.
Where can we find your employer?
Ew.
I just figured like it's snot bubble in the cartoon.
He's in a shower. I just work for him. He looks after my family.
Where does the mushroom man live?
He's in a shower.
Not on
Where
the
is
line.
I don't know that
The
name.
mushroom man. The mushroom man.
The
The
mushroom man?
mushroom man.
Do you have any other scrolls you could use to contact him? You have
No.
any left?
These are scrolls.
And he points to the bandolier that's dropped off him.
Okay, I pick up the bandolier
Okay.
and lower the crossbow. For now.
All right. He's just.
I kind of just want to do a little circle around this little hut, just see if anything sticks out to me.
No.
Am I pinging anything at all? in here?
No, it's well, yes. I'd need to read the skill. What does it ping off?
Magical items that aren't covered by a foot of lead.
And not just items, like magical, like spells
Yeah.
and stuff.
Does scrolls count as a magical item?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Then yes. In his bandolier.
Okay, the ones that he's pointing at.
Yep.
Yeah, it's any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Gee,
Okay,
that's pretty
cool.
broad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
cool.
so it would also
Click
be
your
like,
bandolier.
Yep.
like I don't know, would it do?
so-
If I was under the effect of a spell,
Yeah.
I
Or like,
would glow, right?
or like if you cast, a spell on like Glyph of Warding or something, would that show up?
Yeah, I reckon. Bears magic.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty broad in its description.
Oh, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
The general.
Yeah.
Anything
Anything
magic-y.
magical.
Yep.
Anything
Yeah,
affected
if
by
there's
the weed.
anything else, they usually
Yeah.
specify it in the spell.
So
It's the
in
highlight items.
the bandolier, tucked away in one of the pouches. Where is all this belch coming from?
Is it
The
because you
bag.
killed Hungry Thirsty Dead?
Probably is. Take that, hungry thirsty. So inside you find 2 sealed scrolls sealed with a waxen imprint, and a small blackish blue mushroom, just dried.
I hold it up in front of him. What is this?
Mushroom.
What does it do?
I could eat it and show you.
Just tell
Uh,
me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to risk the
No, I'm
last.
not gonna-
The last 2 people we've found had suicide rings, so I don't want this to be some sort of
Well, yeah,
suicide
but I've also
mushroom.
only got one of them. I don't want to
Yeah.
waste it. What does it do?
It will make you dead.
Oh,
Suicide mushroom.
okay. And can I pull out one of the green ones? And what does this do?
Can I have my eyeglass
Yeah, I'll get it for him.
Sure. Yeah, can
He
someone
just holds it up to him also on the floor.
Suicide eyeglass. yeah,
So roll a investigation or perception, trying to find the eyeglass.
3.
You are unable to find an eyeglass in the bandolier. You sort of look for a minute and you're like,
All I can see is mushrooms.
Bring it here.
All right.
Hold that.
I point the crossbow back at him. No funny business. I will kill you.
I see.
just like stuttering.
So,
And he reaches into the pouch and quickly stuffs a mushroom into his mouth.
Surely we can
I shoot him.
Yeah.
No. I put my fingers down his throat and make him vomit.
I grab him and Heimlich maneuver.
I'm putting my fingers down his throat, forcing him to throw up right now.
Okay, so this is a
He's biting those fingers off.
a
My
sleight
fingers are very
of
good.
hand. You were watching, so
yeah.
we'll have that
Well,
contested.
yeah, can I shoot him in the hand?
You can absolutely shoot him. You were pointing a crossbow.
Well, yeah, no, can I shoot him in the hand before he gets the mushroom in his mouth?
Like
I see him go, he goes from slow to a quick movement. Can I just pull the trigger reflexively?
give it a try. So
Trying to hit the arm or
Trying to hit him in the
instead
hand.
of-
Trying to hit him in the
Yeah,
hand.
trying to hit the hand specifically.
Well, the hand, the arm, the wrist, basically
Yeah,
anywhere
anything to
from
drop
here to
it.
here.
Yep.
Look, everyone just jumps into action. I'm blocked by holding the bandolier, and I'm just like, why is everyone like I'm looking
Why?
him? Like, why?
So what do you want?
This guy's on like
No.
just shooting another match.
Little goblin bagpipes. And especially compared to Kincaid, it'd be like with like it's like a baby Bjorn for King. Like his Heimlich, it's just him like
Crunch.
he's holding it like that's him around the back and just.
A general dexterity roll.
Is 18 plus 3,
Very nice.
21.
You would absolutely hit
I'd
it in
nail him in
time.
the hand.
And he
Is it that
roll damage actually.
Yeah.
Is it one of the black mushrooms?
It's 6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, beauty.
Cool. Now the Heimlich.
I dropped the.
He would have dropped the shroom, but yes, you can still Heimlich him if you want.
Is it one of
Kincaid's
the
reaction's so slow that he like doesn't notice. Like takes him a minute to.
Alright, can I drop the crossbow, grab him by the throat, and pull a dagger and hold it right in front of his eye? And say, what does the green mushroom do? I squeeze a little tighter. I put the dagger away, I hold it right in front of him.
This time, can I get the eyeglass out? Oh, look, I promise.
Tell us where the eyeglass is.
It's in the pouch next to the one who went into.
Can someone else grab
Yeah.
it? My hands are full.
Look at that.
So there's a
Go right
small
ahead and get that.
slit, fairly unnoticeable. Just a small slit that there's a small eyeglass in.
An invisible case. That's why I didn't see it first time.
Aha!
Ah, I see.
He's better not be suicide eyeglass.
Or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
So they were suicide shrooms, yeah?
Maybe.
That
Yeah.
fell out of his hand. Can we
The
tell
one that he's pulled out of his hand is similar. It's a small one, like
Similar to
small
that. Okay,
black
so
one.
presumably yes.
Please label that, Varys, in your pocket.
Got it.
Okay.
Cooking mushrooms.
Isn't that Rikki?
Yeah, I ignore you again.
Why does he keep talking to Varys? Where is Varys for that?
Where is Varys?
He pulls the bolt
Bolt
out
all
of
the
the
way
other
through.
side of his head.
Okay.
And you sort of hold it up to him, and he gets the little eyeglass. And you can see he's like shaking, adrenaline filled.
That's.
And he sort of forgets the pain in his hand for a moment.
With those
Little,
second toast.
Alright, I do it.
like, slices a little, and it
Better
looks.
not be suicide sticker.
Tripped and fell on his garden shears.
Nasty way to go.
That's the way to go.
Which part did you get it from?
I gesture generally to where.
He sort of gets up onto his knees.
I think that's one of the new ones. I haven't actually tried one of them yet.
Alright.
What was it on top of? Was it on a carcass by any chance?
Do I remember?
Make an intelligence check.
1. No idea.
You got the bloodlust.
No clue.
If it was on a carcass, carcass was that? I think that was a wolf carcass. I don't know what it will do,
Okay.
but something.
Wolf carcass, you say.
If it grew from that,
Okay.
He looks down at his hand again.
Alright, I'm
having
done with him. I let him go.
I walk up and step on his hand and keep him on the ground. I thought you had a family. Why are you trying to kill yourself? Then why are you trying to kill yourself?
because the mushroom man will do worse.
Mate, well, how about you just give a call to the mushroom man? You be like, oh, g'day, mushroom man, it's me.
Birdie.
Shh. Everything's fine. I've murdered the intruders. They're not taking anything from you. We're safe. We're in a happy place.
I understand that's a good job. Can you get off my hand? That hurts.
I'd like... Oh, you picked up the mushroom already, didn't you?
Yeah.
The murder shroom? Yeah.
So he's clutching
Yeah,
one hand to his
yeah.
chest and you're standing on his other hand with the
I
taker
Putting
tools
these
in
in the
there.
leather bags.
I
like
just,
did earlier.
you know, slowly lift it up.
I used my only means of contact.
What about these two here?
The different ones.
You should show them to Kincaid. He likes scrolls and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Where is Kincaid, by the way?
Is Kincaid?
Well,
Oh, no, wait. I'm like, wait, yeah, you're right here.
Yeah, you guys think that's weird.
Yeah, Kincaid, you should look at this.
he's there next to me.
Ricky, he thinks it's you for some... What?
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 Thurden gets
Me,
a nosebleed.
Ricky.
Yes.
Rikki Rocksplitter. Yes?
Yes.
I think they both think they're you right now, Ricky.
Am I me at this bar?
No,
You are-
they don't.
You are Ricky.
No,
Yeah, you
I'm
are-
Ricky. I mean, he's
I
also
slap
Ricky.
him across the
but-
face. You are Kincaid.
No, I don't know what happened to Kincaid. He was doing awesome, cool fight stuff, and then, I don't know, he's kind of vanished. We should go. Get something happened bad
Mate,
with the
you're a
Muslim.
lost cause.
He's making eye contact with Ricky, just like,
What is happening?
What did you do to Kincaid? He was right there.
I turn to
What does
Varys.
it look like?
Big turtle, very sexy, long straight robes.
You think Ricky is so
So in Kincaid's mind, he thinks Ricky has the hots for him.
Apparently, say it have the hots. Just
Thinks he's a very attractive type.
big and sexy. Gotcha.
as far
I
as
see the way you look at
giant, like semi-undead looking turtles go.
He's just like,
What scales, big hammer and stuff, and
just looking
shield.
between
Yeah,
each of you back in.
Says bing bong and talks about lobsters.
Okay. Ricky, Kincaid is securing outside. He's fine. I've just spoken with him.
Make a
that's all
deception check.
I just turned to Varys. Who do you think you are?
Oh
my God.
That's like 3 2s in a row.
He's
That's
got
not 9.
15 as passive insight, so
22.
yeah, nope. You see through that ruse.
Wait, no, it's not Ricky. Why are you lying to me, Ricky?
Yeah, and in response to it, I go, I am Ricky. Who do you think I am?
He's like, I am me, and he is you. So like,
No, I am you. You are he.
what does Ricky have on him at all times?
A beard?
What does he bang? What does he bang? No, first he bangs this before he bangs that.
A drum.
And where is yours?
It's over there.
On who?
Ricky.
If the drum is on that, Ricky, who the hell are you?
Ricky without a drum. Because he's stolen it from me, obviously.
So you're getting the idea. Reasoning with them is illogical.
It's not working.
There is no sense of logic there. There's some wires disconnected.
Okay.
I look down at the little mushroom goblin. Do you know how to fix this?
Fix what?
Nothing, Ricky.
Okay.
Where is Kincaid? We still haven't.
Mate, Kincaid's outside. He's praying to Jurgal because he just murdered that shambling mound, yeah? He's writing in his little book, you know?
If you're trying to intimidate me, this is a really good tactic because I have no idea what's going on.
Mate,
Okay, I think it
You
was
seem relatively normal.
that monster did some weird voodoo hoodoo, and now he thinks he's him, and he thinks he's him. But he thinks he's actually him, and he thinks he's actually him. But this guy's like, why the hell do you both think you're me?
Oh, well, I don't control it. I just look after it. It grows for me, so I look after it.
Well, you won't be looking after much anymore.
No.
Varus thinks he's me?
Yes, Ricky, Varus thinks he's you.
What? Varus, come on.
Better respond.
That's what I'm saying. Clearly not. You're Varus. You don't have beard. You don't have drum.
And you are just like, what is he talking about? What an idiot.
That's so
You
stupid.
can't piece together why Varus is acting so strange.
You can't be Ricky. I'm Ricky Varus. And he's Ricky. There can't be three of us.
okay, everyone.
I wish you had a roll one. So help me. That would have been fantastic.
And just, we could never solve it.
The goblin's just like,
And it would just be a tale of four Rickies from here on
We
out.
go back to the city. It's like, Tesora, my cousin. Tesora, my cousin. Tesora, my cousin.
And
What happened?
Clearly, that would be then the party name, the four Rickies.
Yeah. Or something to that effect.
Okay, everyone, I believe Varus and Kincaid went back to camp to meet us there.
So they dog.
So let's.
make a deception check.
26.
That's probably gonna. Yeah, I can't roll that. high.
Using his bardic inspiration.
22. Oh, cool. Okay, that's all right then.
So let's maybe give poor Finicky a rest. We'll maybe on our way back through the field find some more useful things that the mushrooms won't be needing as fertilizer anymore, and Finnick will happily part ways with because we'll spare him.
You see him sort of like packing stuff into his palm, like trying to put something inside of his hand hole.
And I give him a big old eyeball as I say, he will let us take anything because we're going to let him live. And then
And
we'll
go back to his family.
I'm already dead anyway.
That he
Well, no-
apparently has.
Yeah, not if we take out the mushroom man.
Okay. Go for it,
Do you know-
please.
Last question, Finnick.
Uh-huh.
What's your family's name?
Well, they're my family.
Where
My wife's,
What are they? What are their names?
my wife's name is Mia. And my child, his name is Minik.
Good name. I like it.
Oh.
And where are they, Finnick?
I assume in a shower near the mushroom man, he'd be looking after them, probably.
Can they?
He sort of wipes some more mush on it, and he seems to like calm down a little.
And where in Ashara is your family?
I don't know.
Wherever, yeah, the mushroom.
The mushroom man's probably hidden them somewhere to keep them safe.
If we freed
So-
them, could they find you?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Has he taken them against their own will to keep you doing his bidding here with the shrooms?
It's more that I owe him money. And he's looking after them while I make him money here to pay for my debt.
And how much do you owe him?
300 gold.
That's a lot.
That's a hefty bargain.
Yeah, we can't
That's it.
cover that.
But, you know, maybe they'll make it out of this alive.
I hope so. I just told him that you guys were messing with his stuff.
But
Yeah.
why'd you have to go and do that, Finnick?
I thought it was the right thing to do.
But now you put your family in danger.
I certainly have. I'm seeing the error of my ways.
And now what are you going to do? For all we know, Minnick Could be turned into pancake.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Or maybe Minik is having a great time at school, and the Mushroom Man won't do anything until he investigates.
Yeah.
That's probably much more likely.
Let's hope so.
If I was the Mushroom Man, that's how I'd run my.
I didn't tell him that you destroyed everything yet.
Yeah.
Just that you were messing with his stuff.
You said that. What were your exact words now, Finnick?
I don't remember. I've been shot.
He said
He
that
makes a good
there
point.
was us here and that he needed help. He didn't, he
Help.
hadn't made a definitive statement
Yeah,
one
listen,
way or
We
another.
need to worry about reinforcements if he summons the alarm.
Maybe we should head back.
I
to
think
camp soon.
he's got as much of a reason as
Yeah.
we want him to have one to make himself scarce and lay low for now.
Yeah.
And not to make any more enemies, or let the Mushroom Man know where he is.
Yeah, and Finnick, look, the Mushroom Man understands that you've set up business in Glendolfa, which is naturally, it's a dangerous place. So of course people sometimes come and mess with your stuff. So, look, he's not going to worry too much, and your family's fine. We'll double check on them when we go there.
How many times have you set off this alarm?
Hold on, make a persuasion check, because that's quite persuasive.
17.
Whew. You see him, like, a lot of tension in his shoulders. He's quite small. You thought he was just hunching, but the tension in his shoulders sort of drops a bit, and you...
It's not a bad idea. He
So,
doesn't know that it's all destroyed.
yeah,
I've got some time.
make yourself a nice tea. We'll ransack your fields,
Tea.
and then you'll never see us again unless we're bringing back your family.
Okay. Wait, what?
Well, look, I
Maybe they'll
can't make
find
any
a way.
promises, and we do come with a hefty bill ourselves. But look, if
Then you
push
could work
comes to
for us.
shove,
I
if
can
it's
pay you 300 gold. No, that's a lie. I shouldn't lie. This is how I got into this mess.
Well, maybe you'll make us mushrooms.
Maybe I could do that. Yeah.
It's like same arrangement, but
Yeah.
we
For us now.
For
But
us.
then I'll have my kid
Yes.
and my wife,
yeah,
Ideally.
they can help you
Alive.
grow.
and we can live inside Brenda,
Who?
What? The mound.
my mushroom. Brenda.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
he named his house.
this.
Yeah.
What we're in.
So you guys would not be able to fit
Yeah.
inside.
Oh,
We've
right.
pulled him out
Yeah.
the
I
front.
told him
okay.
to come out.
It's
yeah.
a small mushroom
This
hovel.
is at the house.
Well, maybe you shouldn't live in Brenda
Brenda.
until the Mushroom Man is dead, but
Okay.
in future, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But for now, make yourself scarce.
They don't check up on me too much, just so long as my shipments come out.
When's your next shipment due?
Is it just mushrooms or is it all these?
No, it's
Other-
it's mushrooms.
Okay.
Can I have my band of the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hand
Fit-
it over to him.
How many times have you set off this alarm to the Mushroom Man before?
I haven't had to before. Everyone gets eaten by
The thing, yeah.
Okay.
you guys.
You didn't wait to see if we'd get eaten before you set off this? Cool.
You survived a lot longer than everyone else.
Yeah, you
As far
only
as
survived
yeah.
because you're not passive.
As far as Mushroom Man goes, he probably maybe thinks we've just lasted a bit longer and then fell to the beast anyway. So
Maybe, but yeah.
But
he's got
yeah.
time to-
considering it's the first time, we don't know what the reaction would be because it's not like he's done this alarm before.
Yeah, but ideally, he just thinks, well, when he does send someone to investigate, that, some adventurers came through, killed the thing, looted the place and moved on, and killed Finnick as well.
Then he'd have no reason to keep Finnick's family if that's the case.
I still just can't believe Varus thinks he's Ricky. That is so weird.
okay, finish. Here we go.
And you wouldn't take that personally
Yeah.
because you
I
don't
know,
know.
Varus.
He's talking about
I know,
Varus.
Varus. That is weird for Varus to think that.
Yeah, weird
Think
guy.
Ricky. As Ricky says it.
As I stroke my non-existent beard.
Yeah, a Kincaid and Varus just standing next to each other going, like air eating.
Yeah, and meanwhile I catch myself doing it and I'm like, I don't do that. I'm like, okay.
Ronan, the only one without a beard right now.
I'm like, okay, finish.
I
Look,
just have a
Wait,
bit of
wait.
FOMO, so I start.
Kincaid, somewhere deep inside of you, it is hugely gratifying to have a beard. Like,
Finally.
unrelated to being Ricky, you're just like,
This is.
I've dreamed of this.
This is
Feels
something.
right.
Yeah, something feels right about this. Maybe I should grow. Wait, I have a bit. I grow more, I guess.
You get the strangest sensation that, you know, that weird idea that something's watching you or someone's watching you. You just get that prickle on the back of your shell. That
back of my dwarven
back of your dwarven neck. The hairs on your dwarven neck stand
my
up.
dwarven neck hairs,
Yeah.
my ginger bardic hair.
So
It's all beard.
you would see the spines and spikes along his back just like flare up for a little sec. But you just get a strange feeling of being watched.
Well, like
Just him.
kind of like do the like deja vu shiver and like look around for a second.
You can roll a perception
Yeah.
check if you'd like.
By the college, blah blah blah.
Always feel like somebody's watching me.
Looking around in the trees, you see Ronan, and you figure, must be Ronan. Just like he's sort of standing off in the shadows, just kind of watching this unfold with
Well,
a
it's just Ronan
with
watching
a big
me, Rikki.
grin on his face, just like
Understandable. I put on quite a show. The people watch me. I'm watchable.
Are you alright there, Ricky?
Yes, why wouldn't I be?
Yes.
Isn't it so great having a beard?
Rikki. You're the only Rikki that doesn't respond.
And every time I'm like, half an aneurysm, like, don't react. I'll say, okay, Finnick, look, to help you in case one of the Mr. Mushroom Man's goons comes to pay you a visit.
And he's you can see his sort of long fingernails. He's got his hand sort of like clasped in his other.
I'll kind of like pull around my backpack thing, and I'll give him 5 copper. I'll give him my vial of perfume. I'll dab myself a bit and then give it to him.
You smell.
And then I give him a javelin, and I say, throw them in the field to grow more mushrooms.
And he sort of tucks stuff away. The javelin is like,
I just lay it at his feet.
Oh,
Like, yeah, throw them in the field.
Okay. It took a while to start growing last time.
Well, now you've got a head start, don't you?
Thank you. Thank you for letting me live so I can see my son again.
I love that he was like 20 gold and we're like, counter offer, we destroy everything, shoot you, and then here's 5 copper and some pockets. And you're like,
Oh, and it's a real strong dwarven cologne. Like,
And sort of like an offer to, you know, help his family.
yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
amazing.
But also, like, you know, we'll get a business partnership out of this.
That got him right on board too.
Well, yeah, I'd like someone to tend to the mushrooms while
Yeah,
I'm away.
you want the version of this, but you have your family with you.
Yeah, and also it's kind
That's
of
why I
like,
had to roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Because
And he can grow mushrooms out of junk, apparently.
yeah. And Rikki came into this like, man, this guy's a dick. This guy's family's been held hostage so he can grow mushrooms for a different entity.
A bigger dick.
It's understandably he's a dick.
Now, Finnick, I have a question for you, mate. Can you cultivate the properties of another sort of flora into mushrooms?
Give me an example.
Let's say, for example, I have this, and I pull out berry that can make you feel a little bit.
I know those berries.
Yeah. Could you, you know, grow?
Winfred's blueberry.
Could you grow like more of these? Possibly make some shroomies with the
Shrooms off the berry.
yeah, so it has like the same properties as the berry. You know what I mean?
I mean, everything sort of breaks down and then the mushrooms soak it up. So, I don't see why not, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, mate.
If you want me to experiment, I will. I'll experiment.
Experiment away, mate.
It may take some time. I'll need some more. I'll need to scrape. Oh,
and he sort of grabs some small tinctures and like starts scraping some of the old mushrooms, like anything that's left, anything he can find to start a spore.
gotta get some cultures.
He's sort of like rustling around in the pit, like scrabbling between things.
Pull out one of the green mushrooms and just break a chunk off it and give that to him.
Okay.
Well,
He pulls out another small tincture and puts.
I was hoping you'd make.
Not again. Finally.
Okay. Yeah. So he's sort of like fossicking.
Yep.
He's finicking around in the mushroom field.
I'm just going to kind of do a bit of a zigzag through the fields that we just bought the shambling mound in, and just kick in the dirt, looking for any cool things trash that maybe I can turn into treasure.
Yep. Make a check. I think you know. A perception
Performance?
or investigation, up to you.
14 investigation.
You would probably find, I'd say, an array of random coins. So you find 5 gold coins in there, in amongst the mash,
5 copper for 5 gold. That's pretty...
2 silver, and 2 copper. So he's used all manner of things. There's some old mouldering like armor, like just helmets and stuff. Leather jerkins, shoes, scraps of food. You don't even know what some of it is. You're just like, that smells pretty rank.
But nothing besides like a bit of money that jumps straight out. No cool stuff. All right, no worries. I'll kind of stand at the edge, maybe with Ronan.
Thuridin, did your magic detect magic? Is there anything else that we've majorly missed?
Do I see anything else? Or is it...
Nothing else pings.
That's
other,
you've got the chest.
other than all of the things. So Ronan's sort of like, can we put this down? This is heavy. And you're sort of one hand holding it off to the side, and he's like, not wanting to let you down.
I'll pick up Ronan's slack so we can
Yeah,
get moving.
Nothing extra. Ricky.
Okay, off we pop, I guess. Back to
Yeah,
the
we should
Quoiya.
start heading back.
Maybe a heavy rest. That fight really took it out of me.
Yes, I would appreciate a long sleep.
So, he sort of turns from like scraping his things together. He's got his little scissors and stuff. He's snipping off little bits and tucking them in little pouches. He's very deft at what he's doing. He obviously knows the mushrooms quite well.
I'll make sure to give him the berry, just,
Okay, yeah.
Cultivate this.
Yep.
Yeah. Shroomify it.
How do I know how things are going?
When we come back and tell you.
Okay, so just operate.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't
operate.
worry. You just look after yourself and the mushrooms,
I'll
and
try
we'll
and
contact
regrow.
you.
Business as usual. Well, if we find a way to contact you, we'll try, but otherwise just business as usual.
Okay, I think I've got. What's the date? What date?
It's
It's Felder.
Freaky Felder.
Felder Felders.
A Tuesday.
Yeah.
Freaky Tuesday.
Freaky Felder.
the
I think
second.
I've got, I think, 10 days before the next shipment's due. So I've probably got a bit of time to get something going.
Yeah.
But with your little alarm, will they come earlier, possibly?
I don't know if they'll actually come. I don't know what's going to happen.
You've never done this before, so
No, this
it
was
could
sort
be
of like
nobody turns up. Could be a whole bunch of people turns up.
yeah.
Okay.
Could be the heads of families turn up.
No,
in
no,
involved.
They don't
Ricky,
tend to send.
settle.
They don't tend to send many people into the forest. There's usually 1 or 2 that pick up the mushrooms.
Alright,
But I don't know.
Yeah, they'll check on you when the next delivery's due. Just maybe even tell them someone threw a fireball or something and burned part of the patch, but you still are able to deliver, but maybe a bit less. There's
I'll come up with something.
there's plenty you can do. I
worry.
believe in you, Finnick.
you're a good liar. I'm sure you'll make
Thank
it.
you. That's
Just
very
work on
nice.
those
That's coming from a
special-
bard.
That's the
very
nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Just work
that's
on
fair.
those special
Most of it was
tips.
death threats.
Yeah, it was, but I get it. I'm used to it.
We're all on the same page now.
Okay, well,
All
tend
right.
to my wound a little more,
Yeah.
and then I'll keep
Yeah, sorry about that, by the way.
business.
Have you got any mushrooms that can, help rejuvenate us a little bit?
I did, but now they're all dead. Sorry, no.
Too soon. It doesn't have any mushrooms that do anything.
I
It doesn't have any mushrooms.
I just bend down a little bit and give him a pat with one finger on the back.
A little scratch.
That's a pat on the back, but he's tiny, so...
Some of those have been growing for 3 years.
That's alright. How long you
Just
got
think
into
about
it?
how more powerful the ones that grow on those ones will be.
Yeah.
It will be like double mushroom.
Maybe. I hope
Phoenix,
so.
if there is anyone that can regrow this, it's you.
Oh, thank you.
Take an inspiration.
Roll a history check with advantage.
Would he know this as Rikki?
Went to the Bardic College.
16.
Professor, like person knower or something?
Something dumb.
Professor.
You would know, being that the drow and goblins up north tend to fight over territories, you would know you've never seen one that ancient. They tend to live 60-ish years.
Okay. And Phoenix seems quite a bit older.
No, he's probably... It's hard to gauge. Hard to gauge on goblins. You might guess middle age, 30s.
Okay. He's got plenty of time.
But 3 years to a goblin is a lot of time.
It is a lot of time. But
Very true.
being dead for the next forever is longer.
Correct.
We want to wrap it up and roll it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Back to the
Good
Quoiya.
idea, King Rikki.
King Rikki.
King Rikki.
Ricky, I like
I
that.
like this.
Yes, definitely. Wasn't about to.
Varys
call
is
you
also, I like that.
My new title.
Ricky's getting a headache.
Let's just start walking.
Yeah.
Guys, I've come up with nicknames for all of us. You can be Rikki. You can be Kincaid. Rikki.
Oh, that's Kincaid.
And you can be Variki.
No, but that doesn't make sense. Kincaid is
I like
Kincaid
King
is
Rikki
already
more.
Kincaid is also already Kincaid, and I am Ricky.
We can have
that would be
all the way back to the village.
So while you're walking, you're just sort of like debating who's King Rikki?
Brushing through my beard very rigorously.
So am I.
You just shove it in your ears.
But, yeah.
So you take it in turns with Ronan to slug the...
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty
chest.
hefty. I'm
Yeah,
happy to
Ricky
handle
can
the
help.
chest.
Now,
pretty big.
while you're walking, while you're carrying this thing, a familiar voice pops into your head, and it says, Thuradin, I think it's Alphanus. Are you alive? I've been wondering, Ostran was wondering where you have been, but just checking in for him.
I just think... Yes? I'm alright. We just got the chest. We're on our way back to the Quoiya. Can you reading me?
So I need you guys to keep track of how many words are being said. You're under 25 though. So there's a 25 word limit per
Each,
sending.
Sending, right. Yep.
We're texting.
And
It's like Twitter.
it takes a second.
Character limit.
It takes a second. You keep walking, and you guys sort of seem a little bit distracted. He's not fully focused on where he's going.
I'm too distracted by this.
Yeah, this is going on.
What are you doing? You nearly dropped the chest.
Just speaking Alf.
Okay, bud.
They've all gone
Man,
crazy.
Thuradin's been super weird. Varys thinks he's Ricky.
Where is Varys?
This is super weird. And we don't know what happened to Kincaid. He disappeared.
A single tear.
This has got to be the weirdest day ever, right, Ricky?
Didn't really say they went to camp.
Yeah.
So
that's right, they
you're
did.
under the
Okay,
assumption.
well, didn't know that part.
That's all good.
Truly is a freaky felder.
And while you're walking, you smell a familiar scent as well. There's a lot going on around you. Wolves. You smell that sort of damp, musty fur. And you hear, their little muttering yowl
I just sort of
between the pack.
put my hand up and just like stop.
I crouch and stealth.
You guys were not being stealthy in
Yeah.
any way, just like arguing.
I can smell wolves.
How do I take it seriously?
Ronan's. Well, Rikki takes it very seriously.
Good. Ricky
As does Rikki.
Yes.
crouches down and
You're correct. I remember this smell from my wolf classes.
I never.
You fully assume he's taken some sort of wolf class.
usually just like, I remember this from Bardic College.
There's always a class.
Yeah, like.
This is when they just got on the ground and made like howls to make music, huh?
But you do all. Ronan's sort of like, oh.
Can I like sort of tell which direction they're in?
It sounds like they're coming from the west, sort of trailing you.
Like, okay. Oh, so we're heading.
So you guys have been walking a fair way, like let's say 15, 20 minutes have passed,
Hey,
going in amongst
Rikki,
the dark trees.
do you remember, like a few days ago, when Kincaid made his voice really loud? Do you think maybe you could try and attempt something like that to maybe scare the wolves
Oh
off?
yes, I have this cool bard spell that also does that.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I think Kincaid must be a variant, but like different, not as good magic as our superior bard magic. Yes, so but what you want me to do again, Rikki? Make voice loud?
Just scare them off.
Go away, wolves! With
Thaumaturgy. Cool. So make an.
bark! Wolf, wolf! Wolf, wolf! Go bye!
All right, make a intimidation check. If that's what you're going for.
Got me drums. What was it?
Intimidation.
16, so 15. That's not bad.
Yeah.
For Rickincade.
Kincaid.
Yeah, can I just pull a torch out of my backpack and not light it yet? You're not meant to I'm not meant to light a tree on fire, right?
Anyone want to do?
Yeah,
Yes, please,
sure.
actually.
Whatever you got.
We're all doing the new.
Mix it in with the last little remnants of that milk.
Get the sediment out of the bottom of that
Yummy,
beer double
yummy.
espresso.
Thanks, Stephen.
By the way, guys, big thank you to Midnight Malaise for this beautiful BGM.
Oh, yeah,
And
makes a difference.
to Battlefield Accessories for the sweet accessories on our battlefield.
There've only been trees thus far, but Kamashara.
There will be rooms.
When the moon
Oh,
hits
man,
your
man.
eye like a
Come on.
brick, it's a
There were 10
violence.
options.
This.
What are all the other ones?
You'll
Yeah, I want to know what happened to
Like, what
me.
did Rikki roll?
I rolled a 10 on the D10.
Cancel.
Oh, no, I rolled a 4 on the D10 and then a 2
Yes. You got
on the D4.
Yeah, I'm waiting to wake up with like a tentacle out of my eye or
Just a
something.
mushroom
Like,
in the middle
yeah.
of your forehead.
Wake up!
Mushroom.
Grab a mushroom, put a little back up. That's because I do with a shaker. Just drop the shells.
I had shiitake dumplings the other week.
So good.
No, God!
Oh, was that it? Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was telling you about that
Back
last
to
week.
it.
Very yummy.
Back to it. So. Feeling alive? Feeling good? Ready to rock? So, making your way back, you do hear a wolf howl. It sounds a little ways off behind you. Thuradden. You do hear a wolf howl. Sounds a ways off behind you, but it echoes around in the trees. Very familiar sound.
Is it like, and I'm going to come kill you, howl, or is it that, holy shit, that loud booming voice just scared me?
Make an animal handling check. You don't get to
Animal
use that very often.
handling.
Yep.
No, you
Isn't
didn't.
animal handling for more like domestic? Okay.
Just go animal handling.
Animal knowledge.
Understanding
When there's
animal
a question
things.
whether you can calm down an animal, keep him out from getting spooked, or intuit an animal's intentions.
Yeah, okay.
So
Animals'
exactly
intentions,
Each
yeah.
game
Exactly
might
that.
call for a wisdom animal handling check.
There we go.
Roll that in now.
14.
Alright. It doesn't sound necessarily aggressive. It sounds just like communication.
Curious, maybe.
Ronan, how far to the village?
We got probably 40 minutes.
Can we double time?
Well, I'm going to
Like, can we
struggle with
jog it?
this.
I'll take over.
I'll take over, because both of you have been doing it for a little bit, so I'm fresh.
alright.
What's his strength?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
So,
2.
Right.
Ricky's is.
Make an athletics check.
Ricky's
Like, if
18.
you go to sort of take the handle for him.
Muscle bard.
Athletics.
You can.
Nat 20.
Fully convinced that
Yeah.
you're Ricky.
I'm like, okay, Ricky. And then you're like, easy. And I'm like, power of belief. What is
You had it in you all
Just
along,
vain,
Varys. You just had to believe in yourself.
Now I understand how friendship is a superpower in all those TV shows.
But you do seem to be carrying it okay.
Alright.
Let's go.
So you
Let's
travel
go.
as fast as you can. Now, remembering that Kincaid,
It's a
you
little
Rick Cade, you can't see in the dark still.
It's
Some
getting
sort of
time.
weird magical gloom in here that my dwarven dark vision cannot penetrate.
You rationalize in any way possible.
Yeah, that's what he thinks.
Mhm.
Possibly
Beautiful.
says out loud, I don't know.
Alright, upon hearing this, Ricky then goes, well, they taught me this in Bard College, and I pointed Kincaid's lantern and cast the Dancing Lights cantrip
Okay.
with my spare hand.
This is like Kincaid's trick. Good idea, Ricky.
Thanks, Ricky.
What have you done?
Possibly the greatest thing in my life.
Wait, now you think he's Ricky even though you were calling him Kincaid before?
I don't know.
I'm too confused now.
We've debated for several hours and decided that we're all Ricky.
That's just very deadpan. Real Ricky is like, good idea, Ricky.
It's probably like
And here I am, the only person that isn't Ricky.
yeah. It's probably like Varys thinks he's Ricky, and he thinks that Kincaid is Kincaid, but Kincaid for some reason thinks he's Ricky. So Varys is like humouring Kincaid,
We're both
and
just
this
going,
day
he
we're both
thinks he's
like,
Ricky.
yeah,
Idiot.
Ricky.
That's what I've already started doing.
yeah.
Like, for a guy that doesn't like dwarves to be surrounded by 3 people who think they're dwarves, or one that is one, 3 that think they're dwarves, this is hell.
You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
But I digress. Now, as you travel, I'll get you to make just perception check. I'll roll one as Ronan as well.
Each of us.
Yep, just
That's
for
another natural 1.
Guide my vision.
natural one.
Me. On brand.
3 ones this session.
11.
Yeah.
We should keep a tally for you.
Probably should, actually.
7,
9.
9. On the 11, you do faintly hear one howl. It sounds as though they are somewhat behind, same direction, but they don't appear to be catching or
Okay.
give up the pace a bit.
Yeah. Like, they're keeping their distance for now. Maybe,
With Ronan out front too,
Yeah.
it helps to.
With thaumaturgy, can you like throw your voice in a different direction? So like,
I can just make
Spam
my.
it.
I can make my. That would be like minor illusion can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
minor illusion's only 30 feet.
30
so,
feet, yeah.
So
Yeah.
thaumaturgy,
So
yeah, mine
something
just-
like this, it's not going to be
my
massive.
voice booms up to 3 times as loud. I could. Oh no, I can create an instantaneous sound that originates from points of my choice within range, such as a rumble
Within
of
range,
thunder,
okay.
the cry of a raven,
30 feet's
or
not
ominous
huge.
whispers. Yeah.
They're
So
not-
I can't speak from that, but I can make noises.
They're not even remotely within 30
Yeah.
feet, like kilometers.
Yeah.
Like it's a distant howl that echoes around in the trees. Hard to gauge distance.
Yeah.
let's keep up the pace.
Yeah,
then.
keep
Yep.
going to the
Yeah.
village. As soon as we're in range of the wards, we should be just fine.
Alright, so I'll just get you all to make an athletics check. Just general athletics, see how you go with the double time.
College guide me. Ooh,
God damn it.
Oh. Sorry.
20.
2.
Nice.
Athletics,
9.
14.
You're finding that chest.
It's
After
heavy
the
now.
initial bravado, double timing on top of that, you're like, oh, I've bitten off more than I can chew. Oh.
Ricky, take over for me.
Okay, Ricky.
How do I reach these kids?
do I teach these kids?
It takes you all a little longer having to swap hands and sort of like rest, shake out the lactic acid in your limbs. And I mean, the walk itself is fairly arduous. Like it's up and down
Not a
and
path.
climbing over things and trees, rocks, roots.
As we go, I'm just going to use Channel Divinity to get back a spell slot. You know, the Harness Divine Power thingy.
Yep, beautiful. And you eventually
I think it's only first.
make it back to the Quoiya tribe. You see the familiar, not sigil. What's it called? What about it called?
Lord.
Insignia,
Oh,
Lord.
Effigy.
Effigy. Thank you. Sorry, I went blank. You see the familiar effigy like in between trees. It's sort
God
of
bless.
big and hard to miss. And you sort of let out a sigh of relief. You come back within hailing distance, and Ronan calls out, "We return, Quoiya. Do not attack." And sort of, you hear some voices, and there seems to be a bit of commotion in the camp. Remembering 200 odd people, like it's fairly spread out, like a fairly big camp. But towards the centre, there's some commotion going on.
I'm going to try and find Elspeth pretty much straight away.
Okay. Yep.
Just find a place to put down this chest we've been lugging around
Yeah,
for
and you,
God knows
you
how
do,
long.
and it thumps onto the dirt. You hear like burns and stuff snapping underneath its weight, and it's very heavy, like 20-30 kilo chest. And to carry it all that way is exhausting. But
Has
you made it.
Alphinus left me on red?
No, sorry. We probably got distracted talking about Rikki in some way. He paused for a bit, and he would have responded maybe 5 minutes later. I don't remember what your response was, damn it.
I told him that we got the chest and
Heading
we're
back to the Quoiya
heading
tribe.
back to the Quoiya tribe.
Yep.
Do you read me?
Asking if he got what I was saying, because I was just sort of in my head thinking it.
It's sort of... Oh, sorry, I should have explained. You can just reply, use your words, think them, and I will hear. Good to know. Have a...
Yes, that's high five.
have a what, Elf? He's out of spell slots. What am I having?
A good time.
Alf!
Yeah, I love it. You just use your 25 words.
Alf!
You're mentally
there,
going,
Alf?
You can read me? Alf!
I can't.
Alf! And then I speak out, Alf! In the middle of the camp.
Ah, what are you doing?
Talking to Alphatus. Broly.
Okay, buddy. Man, this day gets weird, doesn't Sure, then talking to Alf, even though he's still in Stormbreak. Oh my god. I haven't even heard about anything that crazy, and I went to Bard College.
Ricky's just... the twitch.
Yeah.
And you do manage to find Elspeth. She's sort of speaking in fairly intense conversation with Faolan. The two of them are discussing. Saying, no. They've returned. And
Forgive my interruption,
Yes.
Elspeth, but I thought it important that I'd seek you out straight away upon our return.
were you successful in your trial?
We were successful.
Wonderful. And I
And
see you have a chest.
yes,
Yes,
this
the one
was
we were looking
the
for.
item we were owed. But
This was taken from you. Okay.
But the reason that I seek you out, Kamarak was completely unaware of the deception going on within his camp. It was a fringe group within his clan that were defying the code of Glendoltha. He expressed apology and shame in the actions of his people, and seeks to immediately make reparations and tribute with you and the Quoiya.
It is a weight off my heart. You see, she sort of plays with her dreadlocked hair. She sort of brings it around and like puts it in her mouth a bit. That is wonderful news. Thank you. That is. I was losing sleep over that. That it was isolated is good news. Faolan, spread the word. I suppose. What happened?
A small rogue splinter group of the
Oh, no.
Faolan.
I understood that. Sorry, Kincaid. The.
Why you talk? I'm Rikki, remember? Kincaid's the big
Yes.
portal man, black
That's okay,
scales,
she-
white face.
She made a mistake.
Did someone say my name?
My.
Oh, yes. He
Apologies.
thinks he's Rikki.
My
He thinks he's
apologies.
me. How weird
I
is that?
don't understand.
Ricky's, can I just maybe have a moment alone with Elspeth?
Yes, Rikki.
Fair enough.
Okay, Rikki.
She's just like.
I'm so sorry. Just exacerbated. You don't even. We had to also pay a visit to Finnick, the mushroom farmer.
Oh,
And they were
sorry.
infected.
What happened in your trial?
So
You were
yes,
successful.
we were successful, and
Who? What did you? What happened?
Sakib and Marl were the only survivors of the hunting group that were against Kamarak, and Marl was defeated and surrendered honorably, and Sakib fought to the death, and she had a ring that meant if she lost consciousness, it would take her life.
And you see an eyebrow raise.
Most curious.
Did you happen to take that ring?
I think so. I don't remember.
I think one of us may
None
have.
of you have written it
Yeah,
down.
well, like when
You
we
looted
were
the
showing
bodies.
it. Yeah, we were
'Cause you took
showing
the
it
stuff.
to we were showing it to
Yeah.
them, be like, see, it's got the because we're pointing out the S inside.
Yeah.
And because
Saying,
what's
like,
her
we've
face
seen it before.
identified it.
Varna.
Varna.
Varna? Something like
identified
that,
it.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, did anyone grab it back off her?
You never grabbed it off her, but
Yeah.
we can retcon that and say you did if you want to.
Sure.
Sure.
So then we
Yeah.
did like take stuff of her body that
Yeah.
we could.
I will produce it for her.
She was wearing something made of steel.
Many of them were. Kamarak.
Oh.
Kamarak said, yeah, there was
Sorry.
a difference in understanding of.
That is understandable. Not to worry. And this did what? Sorry.
So, yeah, when she fell unconscious in the trial,
She did not
it-
yield.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, and as soon as she lost consciousness, it sparked with light, and she was dead.
Interesting.
Something someone would do if they had secrets to take to the grave, I believe.
Worrying. Okay.
And also,
Thank you. Yes, you were saying about Finnick?
yeah, look, we paid him a visit. There was a small misunderstanding, and a few of us were inhaled some dangerous spores. Those two, they, for some reason, think they're me. It's died.
I'm just testing different things around the camp for sounds of a drum.
Trying to find the nearest drum service.
I hope it wears off soon. But on that note as well, look, I don't know how much you know about Finnick. He's a strange man, but we would appreciate if you didn't give him a hard time. He's
Oh no, we leave him pretty much alone.
okay.
He
Thank
just
you. Yeah,
does his thing. He's not hurting
Yeah.
anyone.
yeah,
Um,
beautiful. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Okay. I will-
Kincaid's
He
trying
was-
to like
yeah.
tell like there's some kids or something. He's trying to do like the bard thing and tell them the story, and it's just.
It's
and
terrible.
then the guy, like my ancestor, the one from the story who there was the battle. That
Yeah.
guy,
Yes, and then there was this big fish, you see, and
Wait, the
like
fish.
oh yes, I mentioned it from before. So when he in the battle, there was the fish, and then it was back here now in this story.
Oh, wait.
It's like like a little kid telling you,
yeah.
and then
It's all over the
then
place.
yes.
I do know that. Yes. Make an investigation check for a drum surface. See if you can find anything.
19 plus 21.
Very nice. I mean, would you like something out of your own person, or just finding like some dead wood on the ground or something?
Anything that can be just an instrument of any kind.
Remotely
like
drummy.
if I can't find a drum, can I find something that sort of looks like a flute or something like that?
So you would find that they would have drums, a skin
Okay.
spread across something. You just find one lying on the ground, and
I just pick that up and go back to. Do we have a tent or a teepee or something?
not really. Bedroll.
I just go sit down somewhere and just start trying to work this out.
You're like, this doesn't sound as good as it usually does.
Yeah,
But
just playing a solo.
that's why you practice.
pretty
That is
much.
why you practice.
Alright,
And
you spent all those years in Bard College.
Exactly.
you hear this dreadful drumming and
Yeah, mid conversation
Horrid
with Elspeth, and I'm just
storytelling it. Oh, the cadence is all wrong.
The day Ricky cracked.
yeah.
They Ricky turned into the BBEG.
And oh, sorry, I almost forgot. Faolan, and he sort of hears her call and comes over. Could you please, and he's yes, I can. And he trots off to where his sort of bedroll is, and comes back. You four gather now, and you sort of hustle up. You leave the drum where it is, or do you bring it with you?
I bring it with me.
Okay.
Sorry, kids, I'll finish this story later.
Remembering there are no kids, like 16-year-olds, but yeah, they're kids. They are
Yeah.
teenagers.
Okay, teenagers, I'll finish this story later.
And they're like,
Okay, you
That was a story.
It hasn't ended yet.
they sort of start muttering, I don't understand anything. What was he talking about?
Man's like stroking an imaginary beard.
So confusing. And you all gather round. Now, as a thank you for what you've done for us already in restoring our honour, I had Elspeth work on something for you, Kincaid.
What? No, I'm Ricky.
And Elspeth's like, Faolan, just move on with it. Okay. Here. And and he holds out a small, like, vine sort of circlet wreath sort of thing.
Like a brooch sort of thing?
No,
Or
like
a head wreath.
Yeah, like a head wreath.
Like a Caesar. Julius
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's old browned, sort of greyish brown vines. And,
Matches your red hair, hey Ricky.
Yes, it will set off my flaming dwarven locks nicely.
hands it to you. Now, be careful. It will smart, but it will help you in the forests. We've used the vitri of the Denku's remains that was brought back to us. Thank you, Varus.
I don't respond.
Just like completely vacant stare.
I just
Cool, I put it on my dwarven head.
All right. And so you place it atop your head, and it. All of a sudden, you just feel this piercing pain around different points of your head.
Ow!
And you feel something like pierce your skin in your scalp.
It's digging through my beautiful dwarven hair.
You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
Kincaid falls
And
unconscious.
then it stops. And is still. But the difference is day and night. You are able to see in the dark.
Ooh.
Very handy. Oh, you have banished that strange magic that was foiling my dwarven dark vision.
Yes.
Take it.
That is
Ricky whispered that to himself.
Wicky's just sobbing quietly into his beard. Oh, fantastic. This is powerful magic. I hadn't even heard about this in the Bardic College that I went to for many years. I made the King's List, do you know?
Sorry. I'm not.
That's out of character. It's hilarious. Ricky is so frustrated.
And every time he mentions the Bardic College, you're like, yeah, the Bardic College that I went to.
That I went to.
Strangeness aside, this will become inert if you ever unlink with it. If you take it off,
Okay, leave it on my
it will die.
dwarven head.
Dwarven head. This is our gift as thank you.
Thank you.
It's what we could
Very
do
much.
in a short space of time.
Much appreciate. You must have really liked my story, hey? That I did for the trial of performance.
Yes.
The saga of my ancestor.
He's
Someone
just
I
looking.
forget.
His eyes are looking at Elspeth, just like. Yes. Sure. And what you've done for us, this is a token of thanks. Now, we are to set out soon.
It's kind of dark time. Night time, isn't it?
What time did
Or
you
like-
leave? I lost track
You
of
had
last.
the visiony thing.
You left in the morning.
Yeah, and we went to Faolan, we did all that, and then we went to Mushroom, did all that, and now we're kind of back.
Probably
So,
like midday.
oh, jeez, okay. Can we?
We could do a short.
Yeah, can we take an hour?
Yes.
Just
And
regather
how long-
ourselves.
How long will it take to get to Wolfbine? We did say.
I feel like it was a few days. Like
2 days.
Yeah.
Around 2 days to Wolfbine. So if we do like half a day of travel and just hopefully nothing major happens.
You can short rest. You do look rather.
Yeah, we might just need an
Do you
hour.
have any healing poultices or anything you could use on Thuridin?
I'm a little worse
Bigger.
for wear at the moment.
Actually, yeah.
Like me after like Varys after the Jenku.
Yes. We could charge. Elspeth, find someone. Something quick. We need to leave. We need to hurry. And she sort of hustles off to find someone. Now you can take a short rest.
Yeah.
So use as many hit dice as you see fit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that's an 8. Now I'm gonna have to do some serious shorts and clips out of this session.
Oh god.
Alright, I've used 2
You
hit
could just
dice.
make a
Yeah,
whole
so-
video just
Oh, man.
on whatever the hell this is.
I want like a compilation of like the Bardic College, and it's just all the clips of just like, yeah, the thing from the Bardic College that I went to, like.
All of the references
Yeah,
to
yeah.
barddom. I think it will be fantastic.
Alrighty, short rest acquired.
Short rest.
Run on.
Alright.
So we get a bit of healing, no spell slots back, but
Mm-hmm.
hey, it's something.
And Ronan, sort of in your short rest, Ronan recounts to anyone that'll listen practically your exploits. There was this it was a big, I don't even know what that thing was. It was like a live part of the forest, but not. And it was made of mushrooms and vines and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, Thuridin, I thought he was dead. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on like blow by blow account of what happened. He was watching intently.
When it comes to Ricky's bravery of facing down the beef, Varys just
Yeah, smug red eye. Yes, I did. And then the short red hair, Rikki, I believe.
Yes.
He-
No, Rikki.
He like faced off with the beast, and then it hit him real hard, and things went a little weird. But then he was ducking out of the way, and his shield, it was awesome. It was so cool. And a couple of the younger folks are sort of listening in. Some of the adults are too. What did you say what it was? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Some sort of mass.
Garbage monster.
Yeah. I don't know. It was made of all sorts of stuff. Not from our forest normally, but I mean...
I learned about these in Bard College.
Ah.
It was a garbage monster.
Okay.
Very common.
Yeah, well, garbage monster, no more. It started just melting, and they shot a goblin.
Yeah, then things got a bit dicey.
I was a little worried, but they made good terms in the end.
Strong negotiations.
The goblin urinated.
Down his
and
right leg.
in fear. It was pure fear. He sort of gets back on track. Like, yep, that was mad.
The
Got
way
to
you,
watch.
the way you tell this story sounds like you've been to Bard College too. Max Quoiya.
Nah, I haven't been to Bard College. I haven't been to Bard College. Sorry.
Someone said Bard College.
Please tell me this way. So
Are you telling stories from Bard College?
Now, while you're taking a short rest, you do hear the wolf like howls off in the distance again, but you haven't seen them approach.
Mention it to them.
Sure.
I think those wolves were tracking us or whatever. We heard them, Elspeth and or Faolan, whoever's nearby us.
Yeah.
We have those wolves. We kept on hearing them. Do they normally? I thought you had, go away, Glindolfa creature magic.
The woods should repel any
Okay.
creature.
We could. They got real close and we could smell them. But then I used my bardic magic to yell very loud and scare them away. And they were sort of tracking us for a while, but didn't get super close again.
Oh.
We hustled it up to
That's
get
interesting.
here. We burned some rubber and got here fast.
Okay.
No trees though.
Good. That's good. I don't know. Maybe they were just hunting. Who knows?
Wolves do that.
They didn't
I learned
attack
it in
you.
wolf class at Bardic College.
You went to Bardic College too.
Of course I did. I'm a bard.
Oh.
This
Rikki,
one time
the
at
bard,
Bard
they told the
College?
bard story and played my bard drum with my dwarf bard hands.
Celebratory drum solo. I sound like
On this beautiful drum.
Varys thinks he's me. It's some weird
Make
thing
a
from the
performance check. Roll performance.
that is 10. 11.
The practice hasn't really paid off, but it's a little more of a beat than last time.
We're getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there. Sweet beat.
I'll channel just like when I get it back at the end of short rest. I'll use channel divinity again and get back to spell slot.
Okay, cool.
Here's maybe an idea, Ricky's and Thurden.
Yes, Rikki.
The Wandering Rickies.
Maybe those wolves were the security detail that were answering the alarm raised.
I had
We
a
should
similar
go-
thought in between all the Rickiness.
Well, yeah, I see. I've plugged my ears for the last half hour, and a bit of peace and quiet kind of led me to.
It's not been much of a much of a rest, mate. My
Continue playing.
head is pounding.
Do you think? And then the fish with my ancestor, whose name I don't remember.
Psychic damage. All the psychic damage. All right.
'Cause I mean, like, it would explain why they're not as deterred by loud booming voices, normal
been
wards.
Following us for a while.
Yeah.
Like maybe you'd figure they would have run into some other potential prey at this point to
And
go look
yeah,
after.
and I mean, I saw you kind of looking around a bit nervously
yeah.
when we were talking to Finnick.
You know when you get then someone puts their eyes on your neck?
I had that, and then I looked around, but I think it was just Ronan.
Maybe it
But
was
we
also
were-
the
we-
wolves.
Maybe it just felt like we were being watched for
Yeah.
a second there.
I'm thinking maybe that's the
Maybe we
the
get
Mushroom Man's
yeah,
security
maybe.
detail.
Should we go and ask? Get Elspeth and Faolan have druid in nature power, sort of like our bardic magic, but not as good. And they could speak to the wolves and be like, "Hey, do you work for the? Do you know the Mushroom Man?" And then
on
like
Drury
the
Lane.
Mushroom Man, and then they're
Mushroom
like,
Man?
"Yeah, the Mushroom Man." You know, who works on the Ishara.
Listen, I appreciate your optimism, Ricky.
I am a very
But-
optimistic person.
Yes, yeah.
A
But
little
I-
foolhardy,
yeah.
Thank
but
God I
optimistic
did
and
not
brave.
roll a 1.
But I think that's
So
maybe,
help me.
you know, if they are agents of the Mushroom Man and they're tracking us, I doubt they would allow us to approach and even converse with us at all. I think maybe we just try and shake them and get on our way.
I was going to say bravely charge them and recklessly slaughter them with
See-
our powerful bardic magic and mighty longsword.
Now, that would normally be the case, but I'm still quite beaten up and tired,
Yes, it's true.
as I think we all are. So maybe we just get on our way.
There were so many other effects. And of course you're all the most ludicrous. I love it. If that's not what D&D is about,
Yeah.
I don't know what is. So you get to the end of your short rest. Faolan's sort of just like saying goodbyes. Going
Did they
around.
find the healing stuff?
Yes, so they found two sort of like something they've made, a poultice and that sort of stuff. Some salve. So it's basically two lesser healing potions, so the base level
Yeah.
effect. Whoever needs them.
Oh, look, bit of grub and water kind of sorted me out over an hour. So
But yeah, just
Yeah, I
even
need,
yet.
For a dongle.
I need to have some of that to heal up.
yeah.
Okey-doke.
What do I roll?
Do you have a hit die?
I rolled both. I roll my hit die.
Oh, okay. You still need more.
Whether
Yeah, I spent them and I'm only at half HP.
Or
Don't
Yeah.
you
Wait.
you get extra healing from our Ricky's bardic-y? What's the thing?
Well, see,
isn't
that's-
there a bard thing where it's like during a short rest you get extra healing?
That's if I do a performance during my Song of Rest, but I was plugging my ears. There was no performance.
there was no song of rest.
That was a song of unrest.
Yeah, you guys can try it, but my ears were.
Oh, can we try it?
I immediately tried to play the Song of Rest. Nat 20.
I mean, you can't deny a 20.
So the actual Song of Rest is anyone who spends hit die can do an extra d6.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll allow.
So it's
Yeah, I
The
mean, I
Dark Demon Fitz. He plays this.
5. Okay.
Does that get you back to full?
He plays this
Nowhere
like
near.
it's a fairly intense rhythm, and he starts playing.
Very
playing.
energetic.
And
How
this-
did you heal back with all your hit dice? Did you roll real bad?
I've only got 2.
he
Have I got 4?
You get one per level.
Oh, I didn't update it.
And don't
Yeah.
forget to you do add your con
Your
to each one.
con mod.
D8 plus con
Yeah.
times 4.
he rolled low.
I rolled very low on them.
Well, even still, yeah, you got two more.
Well, yeah. And then there's 2 lesser healing potions, which is
Yeah.
1d4 or 2d4.
That's 18.
One.
Is it two? Yeah.
I think the lowest one is
2d4 plus 2 or something?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right.
That gets me back up to max with my other 2.
Okay, cool.
So hang on to
Yeah,
the
so hang on to
healing.
I'll hang on to them, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Masterful Dungeon Man. Over a short rest, I believe you can attune to magic items. Do I
That's
get
correct.
anything from this lapel I've been
If you
wearing?
would like to,
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Should we, like, identify those
Yeah,
things?
have a look
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
fan, the flask, the pin.
I was
The
gonna
claws.
ask
And then a coin.
Ricky if he learned in Bardic College how to decipher what magic items are.
Yes.
First class.
I learned many things in Bardic College, for it is a wonderful place of great learning.
Well, that part's actually quite cool.
Go buy into it. Yeah. The song talk.
didn't go. Don't go into slides.
You weren't there, man.
It's just a Polaroid.
It doesn't even go here.
Ooh, good reference. I like it. Right. Yes.
So we can have a look at them all.
So, are you casting Identify Ritual?
Well, you can just.
You can attune to one over a short rest if you touch it for the whole short rest. So
I think you just look. I thought it was just over a short list. You can
Can't you
choose to.
identify?
You can figure out what it is and attune to it if you so choose.
I think you figure it out by attuning.
yeah, I think that kind of takes away the risk of like
Right, so it should be all
identifying
taken.
and
Identify
curses
is
and
pointless
that.
in that
Yeah,
case.
Yeah. I don't have identify.
yeah.
Oh.
I do, but I don't have a pearl that.
Okay, well,
is
do we
worth
all
100
do we all
gold.
I
just
guess we
take
can-
one and attune
Yeah.
to it?
I've got the lapel already, so
Yeah, you
So
got the
I
pen.
guess I'll try the fan with the.
Alrighty. What were the other two?
There's a
I can't-
flask.
There's a flask with the
I'll take the
insignia.
flask.
yeah. Well, because you got your
I'll
full
take-
circlet,
Yeah,
and maybe you
And
can
the
look at
coin.
the scrolls
take the
or
coin.
the coin.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
the coin as well.
Well,
Yeah.
you attune to the coin,
I'll
I'll
have a
attune to
look
the
at the
flask and
coin.
see what it does.
Yeah, we can always swap around if we hate them.
Are you proficient in Arcana? Anyone? You can look at the scrolls and potentially decipher what they do.
Okay. Well, I'll focus on this pin for this short rest, but maybe as next short rest, I'll check out the scrolls.
All right. So what are you? You're going the pin.
Pin.
So it is, as I described, a small silver
written the
pin
scrolls down?
with
I haven't had them here, but I'll
okay.
copper, the faces, the
Yep.
masks. It is. Damn it! Did I pull it up and then get rid of it? Please tell me no. Oh no, there it is. While wearing this charm, you can use an action to cast the disguise self spell once per day.
Hey-o. Nice.
No components or anything.
Does that have a name?
It is called the Mask Charm. Masque.
Thank you.
It's a DC 13 to be
Yeah,
discerned
beauty.
in the disguise. Yeah, once per day. I should have mentioned with the staff, it's once per combat to do the whirly, but that's alright. I didn't specify that. Who's got what?
Flask.
Flask? It takes you a little bit, but once you are in tune with this item, you, Rikki, understand its inner workings.
Just
And-
like Bart College.
It is a bottle of boundless mayonnaise.
No.
somewhere. Belt bag ejaculate furiously. Just spontaneously.
Just out of nowhere.
the
What's
like the
happening?
Andy Samberg face
Yeah.
out of open a window and a breathe blows in.
Okay.
So the confines of this item are if it pours into anything other than your mouth, the mayonnaise disappears.
Okay.
Oh, gross. What if you pour it onto like a sausage or something?
Yeah, like it's so unhealthy.
Oh god, that's. Wait, we can waterboard people with mayonnaise.
Into a mouth is acceptable.
Okay.
Oof.
So long as poured into mouth, and that's it.
Yep, and it doesn't come out quickly. It's mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's glug glug.
God.
You gotta tap the.
I try a little bit.
You gotta like
It's-
squeeze it.
The
with
fresh.
those little
No,
farting
it's
noise.
like a fairly. It's a solid like
Like
silvery
flask. No, I
flask.
was imagining like a
A water skin.
yes.
Yeah, squeeze.
Yeah, yeah. It like comes in like globbers. Like.
It's like a little hip flask of
Yeah,
mayo.
Mayo.
And the
gross.
oval
She's sick.
the oval symbol on the front you discern is an egg.
Egg symbol on front.
Unlucky variants.
It's
hey.
just so weird.
You got that mayo.
Yeah.
Boy, did I roll some items.
Oh no. Yeah, what else we got?
The bone and feather fan.
All right, yours is called a featherfall fan.
Feather what fan?
Featherfall fan.
Feather fall fan.
And once per day, you can cast the spell Featherfall to create a. It's like a current of air in which Featherfall effect applies to anyone in that current. and it lasts until you hit the ground, basically.
That's pretty cool. So sort of like
so you need to be airborne, basically.
and then
to
username just sort of helps us get to the ground.
So you make a tunnel of air that
Okay.
applies featherfall. So if you're in a vertical column,
If we're all jumping, yes.
yep.
The coin.
Once per day.
Yep.
The coin is a coin of delving. It's a fairly plain copper coin, but when you sort of flick it, it has a resonance to it. And the coin of delving will basically it makes like sort of a whine when you drop it, and when it hits the bottom, you know exactly how far.
Oh, okay, so I can like throw it or drop it somewhere.
Drop it down a well.
I know like
Down
the exact distance.
Down an
And then we'll
unknown
know if we
hole.
need to use Featherfall for.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mayo takes the cake, I reckon.
I've got unlimited calories. Like,
Yeah, true. Like you never have to buy
Yeah,
rations.
whenever
Well,
someone's
I
like,
mean, yeah.
please sir, I'm starving. Why?
Say when.
Say when.
Yeah.
just someone looks at me from behind, all they see is someone vigorously shaking something and someone on their knees just getting splattered with white stuff. Drink it! Drink it!
It's so freaking eggy.
Died of nothing but
Eggy
oysters,
is the
baby.
offensive part in that description.
So basically, in your long rest, that all happens, and Faolan is doing the rounds, saying farewells to people. It's a very somber sort of thing because no one's been to Wolf Pine, let alone the Deeps, in a long time. And you hear a distinct discussion between he and Ronan, in which Ronan is asking if he can go with you. And he won't have a bar of it, basically. Too dangerous. You need to protect the tribe. Like, you have a duty to fulfill. You have so much to learn. Goes on. And Ronan seems pretty dejected, but, like, he understands. So Ronan will not be able to travel with you, Faolan. Made that very abundantly clear.
And we all overheard this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will just walk up to Ronan and, like, put an arm around his shoulder. Someone has to look after the camp.
Yeah, it's
You know,
true.
it's up to you to protect all of these people. You know, we're going out there, we might kill ourselves, but someone needs to look out for your family here.
It's true. It's just a shame. Everything you guys do is so exciting and, like, cool. I don't know, protecting the camp's a little boring. The wards kind of do that. I mean, I hunt, but... Oh, well, he sort of, like, scuffs his feet.
Mate, did you see how I almost died to that trash monster?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure.
glad you didn't die.
I'm glad too, mate, but I'm sure there are plenty worse things from what we've heard just down there.
And he sort of... It's a moment of realization. If that thing nearly killed you, maybe they're right.
You know, I don't go down easy. You saw how it turned. The first fight with Giliathane and the second fight with Sakib and Mal, and then the fight with everything else that you've seen me kill.
Yeah, true. And I'm not even half the man you are. Half the orc. Sorry. Well, I mean, bring me back something cool. Can you?
I'll see what I can find for you, mate.
Cool. And you better remember all the stories.
Do I have anything I can give him? No. I mean, I have like
No.
like I've got things that they won't even hold on to, like metal and stuff. So there's not much point.
It's alright. Just bring me something cool. Because I probably won't see you after this, will I?
Alright, just hold my hand out. Till we meet again, mate.
And he puts his hands on either side of your hand.
Close enough.
I grab his hand, you know.
Oh, yeah. I punched you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
All right.
warriors.
Yeah, we are. And I'll protect everyone in the camp.
So
While
on you,
while
mate.
you're gone. Alright.
I'm sure you picked up a few moves.
He's
You know
like-
how to.
He's trying to emulate your voice a little, like his voice is a little adolescent and
Yeah, I mean.
peaks a little in some spots. But you've tuned him up at least a little. Alright. And Faolan. Right. Are we all prepared? Anything else? I am anxious to be on my way.
Is
On our
Faolan
way.
a spellcaster? Like, is he a druid?
You haven't seen him fight.
Rikki will ask him.
Oh, please tell me the mushrooms wore off over the short rest.
No.
I could have had you be Quoiya. That would have been a missed opportunity.
Wait, was that one of the rolls?
No, but I should have.
That's what casting the like disadvantage is. It's just Kim K going.
No.
Mr. Finnick Noise here. I clean trash monster. Where's the lemon pledge?
We need our lemon pledge.
Alright.
Yeah, I want to ask him. Is he a spellcaster, a druid?
I have some minor spells, but nothing. Not a spellcaster.
Does he have-
There are certain things like dancing lights. There are certain things that we can do. We are granted gifts through the Great Mother, and that is about the sum of it. I am a wonderful hunter. I can track anything through these forests, but not a magic user as such.
Okay. What weapons does he have?
He has a long glaive, like on the end of a wooden
Like a big spear.
wooden
kind of-
pole.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks polished, but it's definitely not metal from what you can see.
Like
It might be
obsidian
bone
or something like that.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
I'll start playing us some nice marching music on the drum.
All right. Farewell. You'll need to cast these wards when I am gone, Elspeth. Teach another. Wish us luck, and the mother provide for you. And they're all sort of. One runs up, gives him a little hug quickly. Be strong. And he turns, and you all sort of follow him off into the forests. So heading south, a direction you haven't really done much of. And you begin to walk. It's a 2-day journey ahead of you. And Faolan is obviously in the lead. He's stops at small streams to refill your water. He sort of spots like tracks of where beasts might pass through, and sort of as the day progresses, you travel for a few hours. Can I get you to roll a d20?
You are now Ricky.
Cool. You've travelled probably 3 hours, and he calls for making camp. It's 3 or 4. And sort of he make your bed, probably tuck in there underneath that tree. Just sort of points out good spots that you'll be sheltered from things walking past.
Yep.
I will fetch us up some food. And he sort of follows off, following tracks and droppings and that sort of stuff. And he comes back in about 35 minutes. And he's got a small boar, sort of a suckling round his shoulders. We will feast. This is auspicious.
Hello, auspicious. Thank you for giving your life so that we may eat.
That's crazy. You know the names of all the animals in this forest.
Yes.
Wow. You really are a great hunter.
He's got no idea what you're talking about. It's dinner, food, if you would partake.
Is it raw?
It's a live animal. Dead now.
Yeah,
But
like
it's uncut.
yeah,
It's,
he hasn't cooked it or anything.
and so he puts it sort of on a spit, and he produces some form of magical flame from the palm of his hand. It takes him probably 10 or 15 minutes. And he has fairly intense concentration. Turn it again. And he's just sort of like roasting it by hand. No wood burnt, nothing of that sort, but a fairly intense heat. And soon enough it smells delightful. And he's obviously skinned it and filleted all the goop out, all the guts and innards and all that. Anyone for liver?
Yeah, mate, I'll take some.
And he works on heating that up for you and hands you half the liver, cuts it in half. To your health. So you sit down to a dinner with him.
Do you happen to have some fava beans and a nice Chianti?
I do not.
Oh, it's a shame.
Sorry. We find and we eat what we find. I wouldn't know where to find this. Sorry. By the way, you didn't look at the scrolls. Arcane check. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Oh, not very nice. I got 11.
Now, I can't remember what we read on spell scrolls.
So it's that
It needs to be within your
class list.
Class spell
Class.
list. So you don't necessarily need to know it / have it prepared personally. It just has to be a spell that your class can
Is capable
prepare
of,
/
and
run.
a level that you're capable of casting.
Yeah,
Right?
you can cast it if it's higher, but you have to make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I think it's like DC, it's like 10 plus the spell
difference, maybe.
level. I think it's just the spell level. So, level 3 spell, if you can't cast level 3 spells yet, is like DC 13, etc., etc. It's something like that.
Okay, one of them is kind of foreign to you, using symbols that you don't quite understand. It's complex. It's fairly in depth, and you're not quite understanding the contents of it, what's written.
Yeah.
The other is actually no, there's only one scroll. He used the scroll of sending. My apologies, there was only one.
The complex one.
Yep, the complex one. The other thing was the mushroom,
Right on.
which you kept. Mhm. But yes, you would need some assistance to identify what this scroll would do.
Yeah, no worries.
But feel free to rest up.
Yeah, I'll carve off some meat and head to bed.
All right.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that is right. If the spell is on your class's spell is but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So I thought it was just Arcana, but no, it's just a flat ability check with with charisma.
Yeah.
To determine whether you cast successfully, the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a failed check, the spell disappears from the scroll with no other effect.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know what this one even is, so we'll have to.
Doesn't it say you can just read it? If the spell... Sorry, I'm just reading the spell scroll,
No,
so I
no,
can
that's
remember what it was. Spell scroll bears the word of a single spell written in a mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class's spell list...
It's not on his list.
You can read... Oh, okay. Well, because it just says you can read the scroll and cast a spell without providing... Otherwise, the scroll is intelligible.
Yeah, so intelligible to me.
Unintelligible, sorry.
Yeah. So I'll hand it over to you. I'll say.
Yeah, is it on the...
I can't make sense of this. But also, you're not proficient in Arcana, so you might not
It doesn't
even...
say anything. You have to be proficient in Arcana to describe them.
Yep.
That I was looking up. Because I was trying to remember what it was. It's something to do with reading and it has a DC. So you need Arcana to describe them, but it just says if it's on your spell list. Class of spell list.
It is.
It is?
In your class's spell list.
Hey, like, look at this gibberish.
What do you mean? They taught us the entire college.
This is a scroll of cloud kill.
Wayo. Well, you can hang on to that if you want, Kincaid.
Yep,
I mean, Rikki.
Absolutely. I really
Rikki.
will hang on to that.
Beautiful. And so he doesn't light a fire. It's strange. He just sort of like sits up against a tree and closes his eyes, similar to how like a human would look into the embers of a fire just to sort of, unwind a bit. Oh, that was a big day. Still feel anxious to get moving. I know we've got quite a journey ahead of us, but I don't really know what to expect at Wolfpine Citadel. We haven't been there in years.
She'll be right, mate.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
I hope so. There's a lot riding on this.
Look, either we figure out what's going on, or we die.
That is one way of looking at it.
The Great Mother would not have given you this vision if she didn't believe you could see through what needs to be done.
He sort of bows his head. You're quite heartening to be around. Do you know that?
I've been told.
You call yourself a bard, is that correct?
I?
You follow your profession well.
Thank you.
Joy and encouragement. That's what's called for in trying times, I guess. And I suppose you're right. I guess the Great Mother wouldn't have showed me this if we weren't capable of what's put out before us. I don't know what to do if we fail.
We'll be dead, so
There'll be
not
nothing
much to worry
do.
about.
There will be another to receive the next vision.
It's true. It's just the portent was dire. The forests being overwhelmed. It's deeply disturbing. Can you imagine what it's like to be given a vision of your home, your city, wherever you're from, just being smothered, snuffed out?
Well,
He just through and just listens to that and just smiles at the thought of it.
there are things worse than visions.
True. So long as it doesn't become a reality, I guess.
Pretty much.
Why did you don't like your home?
Can't like what you don't have.
Sorry, that must be hard.
It is what it is, mate.
I can't imagine that. It's hard to picture not having a home, but you seem to be okay. I guess I would survive if my home were to be smothered and destroyed.
Well, as they say in Bard College, better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
something I tell myself frequently
I just
after
turned to
my
Rikki.
smuggling was broken up
actually say
and my
that in Bard
fiance ran off with stuff, I think. Something like that.
Also, not entirely wrong.
Ricky's just here like agreeing, yeah, they're actually kind of right. They do make good points. My other me's.
Interesting.
I love that, like, it's like huge Rikki, medium Rikki, and like little Rikki. Like, I'm picturing like we're all standing there just
Playing with your glorious beard.
Ever since you guys have started, every time I do it, I catch myself. I'm like, I don't do it that often.
It's not a thing.
You're tending to do it now when you're stressed.
Yeah.
And them doing that makes you go. Well, regardless of how this pans out, I appreciate you accompanying me. This is adventuring into the unknown for you. Been to the deeps many years back, but not for a while. I should be interested to see Wolfpine Citadel. See how it's changed.
I'll be interested to see it at all.
It's quite a wonder.
Are the deeps much of a different environment than we've experienced here?
Amplified.
The beasts are a bit more
Everything
beastly.
is more dangerous. Everything's 10 times bigger. We can fight. I wonder if the ttrpg are still down there.
I'm sure they would have foreseen something like this.
Surely. If they have seers within their ranks, surely they would have found some safe haven somewhere.
Maybe they could have possibly been the ones sending you these messages from the Great Mother.
Actually, I remember a journey to Wolfpine we saw in the Hall of Heroes. Someone's name was marked down and listed that they slew a Hydra by themselves.
No easy feat.
The Great Heracles.
I would definitely not like to encounter one of them. Have you heard the tales?
Heard many tales about the college.
What have you
And
heard?
also that one. Well, there this, but so I have this ancestor, right?
Oh my god.
So there was fish that he was eaten.
I start playing
by,
background drums to it.
He was eaten by a giant fish because he fell off and no, it's so there was going to be just a bit of Kincaid bleeding into.
You're just making some sort of...
It's Kincaid's version of like these are the sorts of things that like are in. It's like some fantastical beast and like one of the ancient Rocksplitter like heroes. And they did something happened, and it was like eaten by it, and he cut his way out of the stomach, and everyone cheered.
Nice.
You know,
It would make for a good story.
And then Pinocchio became a real boy.
Yeah. And the drumming was just exceptional.
As always. That's what you can expect from a bard college education.
Not sure what that has to do with hydras, but impressive nonetheless. Fish,
big one.
not to be dismissed. They can get quite large.
Boy, can they.
There's always a bigger fish.
Well, I think we should rest.
Absolutely.
Make an early start.
I'll take first watch.
And if it puts your mind at ease, I don't think you receiving that vision during that exact moment was a coincidence.
And he's sort of like leaned his head back against the tree, looking restful, and you see his head sort of like tilt a little as you say that. In what way? Do you mean not a coincidence?
Just think of the timing.
Well, there's no doubting that this came from the Great Mother.
Only once we arrived in your village at that time, looking to go towards the deeps, searching for the ttrpg. And then here comes your vision, requiring us to travel there.
It's hard. I don't know whether to believe in coincidence or not.
That's why I don't think it is.
It does seem to. Everything aligned. If it's the Great Mother's will, then what have we to fear?
God, I've always been wanting to do this, but the bastard never lets me play with it. That's an 11 for my Arcana. It's like +2.
Yeah. So you spark your fingers in a very familiar yet unfamiliar fashion at the same time. It's kind of weird, but a small tear in the air in front of you. You tear it open. It's about 3 foot by 3 foot. And within you can smell the sort of damp clay, sort of earthy smell. And inside you can see the cursed hammer and your blood gem. Which one?
Gem.
Okay.
Curse hammer, obviously.
Just checking. You never know what Rikki would do.
Yeah, it's true. He's a pretty irresponsible man.
Rikki, where'd you get that from?
Varys lent it to me.
But it was imprinted on him.
Ask him.
It's just like
I'll allow
a mental short for a second.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Cognitive dissonance is
Yeah.
strong with this one.
Yeah. No, I just want to sit there and see if, the month of Geared has had any effect on the blood gem or anything like that, or...
I'll have you make an Arcana check.
Maybe... 10.
It doesn't seem any different.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to have changed. It is still, roughly cut, and you can see a little bit of dried blood on there from where you initially found it. And you sort of scratch at that. But otherwise it seems unblemished.
No.
Fairly roughly hewn piece of...
Yeah. Well then, yeah. Useless junk. Toss it back in the hole and...
Okay. And you do so. Anything else anyone wants to do?
Just eat more of the boar.
Yep. And it's a suckling sort of younger one, so the 5 of you managed to tuck it away pretty well.
Yeah, I might just kind of say, I'll say to Faolan, I'll say, look, I understand that this forest, the Green Sea, houses you, but, if you just kind of reach out, to the, and because, we can still sense the Quoiya,
very much.
and I'm kind of, gesture to them, I'm like, they're your home, at the end of the day.
I haven't thought of it like that. For me, the trees and the people are one and the same. But I appreciate the sentiment.
I will now serenade everyone with a lullaby from the drum.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'll cast silence.
I'm still playing. Just...
Make a performance check.
Alright.
Why is he rolling well?
18.
Save those rolls when you need it.
I
man.
don't like it.
I wish I had got the Arcana on the friggin' blood gem, but whatever, man. 18.
Well, fully believing you are Rikki Rocksplitter. You play a tune, and it does
Soothing lullaby.
What a tune.
on this drum that you now possess and did not
Steal.
give back.
At all.
This was just your drum misplaced somewhere.
Yeah. I'm Rikki.
I'm,
It's this one.
I'm Rikki.
I meant to ask before, I might have just missed it. Did we just leave the chest with the Quoiya? Like to look after it
Yeah.
until we're back? Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't investigate it though,
No.
Well, yeah.
but time was of the essence.
I mean, I just saw that it wasn't opened and that it was still
Okay,
intact.
we'll
so
deal with that when we get back.
yeah.
From your investigation, it didn't appear to have been like broken open or anything like that.
Can we, just given that we were talking about the wolves kind of with Faolan, let's just be like, hey, the mushroom man might be coming for this chest.
Yeah.
Like, you might want to be, like, when you were saying
Yeah.
that you thought they were those agents,
Yeah.
you probably would have given them the
Not a
heads up.
problem.
Like, it might, fear, like, just what he told us, just the Phoenix, sorry, that he was like, I don't really know if anyone will come, but potentially, just kind of give them the heads up.
Since we left with the Quoiya, have we noticed wolves following us with
I
Faolan?
heard those.
After your short rests, and you sort of only twigged now that you're resting, you haven't heard or smelt or sensed anything chasing you.
Yeah, alright.
Cool.
Well, first watch.
Ooh, beans.
Gentlemen,
Roll.
get some shut-eye.
Okay,
Roll a
Rikki.
perception check, Rikki.
Can I make that performance? Because that's a 6.
Explain how.
I
mean, you
run
can-
the darkness away.
Away with you. You don't notice anything. Seems as quiet as the forest can be. You can hear the treetops like 50 meters up.
Yeah, I think kind of talking about home being where your family is with Faolan, thinking about my family a bit.
Yep. And you drift a bit.
Yeah.
Not the most attentive, and you sort of like
Yep.
start still hearing the insect life and the occasional thing sort of crashing through the brush. Treetops moving way, way away, but you can hear the faintest sort of rustle. And there's always sort of a deep creaking of trees, just like slightest movement, but they're so immense that the sound sort of echoes around a bit.
Yeah.
But nothing happens on your watch.
All right.
Who's taking second watch?
Yeah,
So
so
we'll look, basically, I'll just wake up and then
Grab a brush, put a little makeup.
You wake up, you grab a brush, pull a little makeup, you hide the scars. No. You wake up and your faculties have returned.
yeah, super.
You're sort of just like, it's a little hazy.
Why was I sleeping with a drum?
Correct. You sort of wake up and you're like, where did I get this drum from?
I'll just set that off to the side.
I'm like, all right, Rikki, I'm off to sleep.
What? Varys.
Oh,
Get some rest.
praise,
to yourself.
praise the great mother. Rikki falls asleep, weeping quietly in happiness. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just take watch.
Alright, perception check.
12.
Can Hermes perceive? Is Hermes out or not?
I didn't really specify.
Oh, okay.
It's alright. In future, we'll assume that he sort of takes his watch with you.
Yeah.
Again, you do sort of hear a couple of things rustle. Not too close, but a little ways off.
Okay.
And nothing approaching the camp that you can hear or see.
Sit up, polishing the rapier.
Yep. It comes to morning time, or the darkness, the slight not darkness of morning, and you sort of like look over everyone that's sleeping, snoring away. Faolan's just sort of resting against the tree, a little bit of a smile on his face. Thuridin laying on his back, like just big strand of drool, snoring his head off. He's as comfortable as he's ever been. Kincaid sort of tucked into his shell a bit. And you look at Rikki, and
Oh no. My mushroom.
wherever Rikki was, you see this mound of vines. you don't know if he's in there, but some mass of vines,
Okay.
old and sort of, just in a strange pile around where Rikki was laying.
All right. I approach the vines and maybe put the rapier in the scabbard and then just start trying to poke around through it, see if I can find him under there.
Mm-hmm. Make an attack roll.
4 plus 5, 9.
I'd say you would eventually find flesh. You take 1 point of piercing damage as he pries in between the vines, and they're fairly.
He put in the
I put it in the
scabbard.
scabbard.
He was like poking around with his.
Sorry, I missed the
sheath
scabbard bit.
thing.
My bad. You take 0 damage.
Like, how hard are you looking for it? Rikki, you in there? Bump, bump, bump.
Just load the crossbow. Yeah, we'll find it. Rikki, wakey, wakey.
You do eventually sort of like prise the vines apart, and you see him in there.
Are the vines growing like out of him?
You would have to investigate further. You just sort of see a part of his cloak, and like you see him breathing normally inside.
Rikki, and I kick the pile.
Rikki, you do awaken, and you are entirely restrained. Like cocooned,
Not freaking out.
like cocooned completely in vines, and you just sort of like.
At the sight of distress, I take a dagger and start cutting him out.
All right, make a dexterity check.
Whoops, there's his ear.
19.
Pretty well. You good with your dagger, and you manage to hold still, just sort of like cutting away from him so that you don't slice him at all. And it takes a bit of sawing. Some of these vines are fairly thick. And Rikki, you finally.
Did they look like they were growing out of him, or?
Make an investigation check.
18.
Hard to tell the point of origin. They're definitely enveloping him, though. It's... Yeah, you can't really tell where they're coming from, but they're definitely head to toe entirely encased him.
This forest hates me. It hates me. I can't catch a break. Kincaid, please tell me you're Kincaid.
You know, I'm across the clearing in my shell asleep, aren't I?
Roll a rock at your head.
Oh, I
Ricky's just gonna end up in a psychiatric ward.
Bard college. Is it at my faculty's back? Are they?
No.
Oh, really? One down, one to go. Oh. What's up, Rikki?
Forest hates me. And at that point, I think we'll leave the session there with Ricky's cry of "This forest hates me."
I'm just picturing him like on his knees in the center of his clearing, like
Why? Why, Great Mother? Why?
Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
This forest hates me.
Yeah.
oh dear.
And we'll leave the session there.
Flight of birds, like.
We'll leave the session there.
Oh my.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did. I can't wait to make some videos out of that session. And as always, look after yourselves. Look after each other. Most importantly, spread happiness.
Not Ricky's.
Not Hermie.
Not Hermes.
Not Hermes. Excellent.
Bye.